Bam. All right. All right. For those new and that's going to be listening on a recorded space, I'd like to welcome you guys to the Vegas Inu space. I'm your host, V. Some call me VE, Venture. You can add the empathetic if you wish. For those who don't know me, I'm just an enthusiastic guy that came out the cut to support solid projects and solid developers. My ex exists to be a spotlight, putting people in work in crypto, but specifically life in general. We appreciate all art opportunities, but most of all hard work in all its forms. If you put in hard work and you establish loyalty, respect, and candor, I will pull up and go to the rim with you. Now, I can't speak if the shot will go in or not, but I will take the shot to put on for the next man community or species in this space. I'm sure we ain't at that part yet. With respect, I'll intro into the Vegas Inu space. For those who know Vegas Inu, it was headed by December DeMarco, as known as the Stock Goat, aka DD, also dubbed Vitoshi, not to be confused with Volt Toshi. Shout out to him in the Volt Army, by the way. But we know our lane, and it's homage to the ones before us, like the Volts and the Sheebs. Now I'm gonna go and sound it out for those. I know it sounds a little bit similar, but we're gonna sound this V-I Toshi. That's the best I can do. It's Volt Vit Toshi. Now Vitoshi, December DeMarco, is a prominent figure in the crypto scene, known for his work in the Shiba and Vault crypto communities, respectively. And additionally, he's a Fortune 500 marketer, host of a stock group, which I believe has close to 6,000 members on Facebook. Don't quote me on that. I don't have a Facebook, so you can feel free to fact check me if you wish. Summing up, this developer has a track record that can be found and is actively working in the space. Now, I would like to add, where I'm from, we respect the face card. You don't want to mess up your face card. With Vegas Inu, we are rocking hard because the developer's face card is strong across the board. It's genuine and garners solid support. No one messes up their face card, although people do. Wink, wink. Sam Bankman Fried, allegedly, hypothetically. No, I don't think it's alleged no more. But I don't believe that those intentions are here, is what I'm trying to say. I sleep safe with Vegas Inu, even with Jeets afoot. Now, let me pivot real quick. Now, you know the dev on a non personal level. Let me introduce you to VIT, also known as Vegas Inu Token. Vegas Inu Token is a reflection token inspired by the hacks of the MGM. You can dig all that up later if you wish. I'm going to keep it pushing. Vegas Inu is a reflection token reflecting that 7% for marketing, 3% for liquidity, and 2% for tech for a total of 12% for every buy and sell. Currently, VIT is sitting at a $506,000 market cap with 451 holders, holding pretty strong. If you wish to join the HighRollers, you can do so at VegasInuToken.com via the Volt Exchange, one of our partners with the Volt Army. Big partnership, by the way, making a hyperdeflationary token even more hyperdeflationary, along with any other token you choose to trade through there. Not to mention, you could also get Vegas Inu Token on PancakeSwap. Give me 1 second. Now, sorry about that, you guys. Well, Toshi has a thing of saying, let me rewind that back, boy. I confused myself. Toshi has a thing of saying connect the dots. That's just what we are going to do in this next segment called, wait for it, connect the dots. And this week, dang, some feel a little bit off. I feel a little bit off today. I don't know why. Now this week we had the BTC ETFs come through, and it ran up to, I wasn't even looking because I was looking more. Long position would have been great, but I'm pretty sure it ran up to like 48 to 50,000, and currently it's back sitting at $42,742.30. Then as we move into the other ones such as Ethereum, everybody was anticipating ETFs on that one too, but it's following Bitcoin a little bit as well, down to 2570.58. Now the granddaddy, well, I wouldn't say the granddaddy, but our token, the token that Vegas Inu is on, BNB, Seems to be holding up pretty well. It's actually still on the uptrend. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it is. They had a pretty substantial dip. I thought I was looking at the wrong thing, or maybe I am. No, yeah, it's been going up. It's been holding pretty strong, up 3.3% on the day. Been going pretty good. Now I would say check out Sol, but not really on that train too much at the moment. So me and Sol are really not friends at the moment. But it's sitting at $95.33. And it's been a lot of things with Saul on that side of the game. A lot of, let's just call it Jeep activity. I'm not touching that one for a while, but it's looking pretty good. And there's a lot of lingo going around in the background about FTX and how much they hold, and who knows what's going on that side of the game. Like, I ain't really dug into it. I'm taking a break from that side so far. And this week, that's my second time I decided to report the Fear and Greed Index just so you see where we at. Now, last month it was greed. This week it was greed. Yesterday it was greed. And we pretty much still sitting at greed, but we're sitting at about a 60. It's been trending downwards. So we're going to see how that keeps going as that keeps doing its thing. Now, before we move on before we move forward, I'm going to open up the floor just to see if anybody got anything to add real quick, and then I can move on to some other topics. I see Essence requested to speak, so I'm going to see if I can get her on here, and I will unmute everybody. I know we've been having some technical issues today. I don't know what happened. It cleared everybody out earlier. All right.
What's up, family?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. I had to make sure I made it in here today. I had to work last Saturday, so I missed the last one.
I got you. Appreciate you, as always.
Of course. You know, I'm as long as I can, I'm gonna be in here.
I got you. Hey, Essence, we finally got you in here.
Let's see. Can y'all hear me?
We sure can.
What's going on?
Can y'all hear me?
Uh-oh. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear y'all.
Yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh wow. Okay, finally. Well, hey everybody. Glad to say something. It's been cringy sitting in here and not being able to say hello to everyone. I didn't ever want to be rude, but good to know that I can speak now.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Glad to have you, as always. Us few ladies gotta, speak up, hold it down.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, and I'm going to do what people say. I'm going to remute everybody for a minute. And I'm going to go to well, I would say pay the bills, but ain't getting paid. Ain't really no advertisement. But I'm going to move on to something I brainstormed earlier. I called it the VIT highlights. And it ain't really nothing. It's just like certain things I think we should cast the spotlight on, for us to, whew, like just spotlight things, like things Vegas might want to highlight that week, that month, depending on what it is. So moving on, y'all. I don't. Most people probably don't know what I'm going to talk about, but it's pretty much about the same thing. We got 77 likes on our post to burn the sheep, and we've been trying to get that up to the 100 likes for a good clip of time now. And that's a note I could pass into my dev's thoughts extended of I guess opinions I would have about why it would be taking so long to get a little bit of traction from other groups when you're trying to help them burn their token for the free. But it is what it is. So we got 77 likes on that post. We need about 23 more. And once we get to it, we will burn $1,135 of SHIB. For what purpose, you might say? This is not a marketing play. Most of the high rollers hold a decent bag of most Inus. In addition to supporting our fellow dogs, we also support all the Inu family of tokens. And that's just the spirit of the high rollers. And we're gonna push it forward on all the cores for everybody. We got the Volti chains, Burning Volt. We got the She burns working in the way we gonna do with that. And we always burning our own token all day, every day. You ain't gotta ask about that. So that's just one of the highlights I had for Vegas that could probably be handled in a certain type of way. I mean, it's a lot of Shiba Inu holders. It's a lot of Shiba Inu holders. So I'm pretty sure at some point we can go ahead and wrap that up. At some point. But yeah, I'm gonna move on real quick. Now we got a lot of things to look forward to, and unlike a cataclysm, an impending event, we got more peaceful events to look forward to, and like we still got the white paper to look forward to, the website. We're gonna do something with the NFTs from all that merch. That was the NFTs are attached to the merch. I got a confirmation of that from the dev through the clothing website for us to whitelist for those NFTs. So I'm definitely on the lookout for those to the same degree that I'm on the lookout for those SHIB NFTs. And I'm gonna just you never know what can be what. I'm just gonna hold them down. If you're putting it out, it must be something with it. So we just gonna get with those, and we got a lot of future utilities that we don't even know that we can look forward to at some point. And I believe this delay that everybody might have a thing about or something like that, it might take time to brainstorm greatness, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that way later. We'll get to that way later. So now I got a couple other things I could talk about, but I don't want to run to it too fast. I'll open up the floor if anybody got anything to say or add before I move on real quick. Or maybe we could just park it right here for a minute and get into something else. I'll just see what everybody got to say. I seen Crypto Be Well ask to speak. I was gonna see if you wanted to speak right now. I had something to say real quick. Or however long you need. I'll unmute everybody right now.
I was just saying, what's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Not too much.
Oh, hey, what's going on, bro? What's going on? What's
What's
going
up?
on?
Just getting off work. You know what I'm saying? Stopping by, letting y'all know what's going on.
Got you. Well, it's nice to have as many people that want to show up. We understand people got lives and they busy, so just get to it how you get to it. I appreciate you. Now I'm going. My bad, y'all. We have all of a sudden we have a lot of difficulties today. So yeah, it's one of them days. Let me I normally ain't this down on energy at this moment, but I ain't really down on energy. It's just one of them days at this point. Now I got a new segment inspired by the Win Coin Gecko Win Market Cap folks on the side of the game in the Telegram. It's called Dev Thoughts, and this is where we play devil's and angel's advocate and analyze both sides of the coin, token, or what have you, and try to connect things for the developers as best as we can through the eyes of a developer if we was the developer. Now, I'm gonna just get this sorted real quick. I was gonna say if I was the dev, in my thoughts, I would look at how we have taken almost 2 weeks to get 100 likes on this post, and that's no fault to the HighRollers. It's just That's just engagement and marketing. I would say that's just getting the word out there. That's just support from all the communities. I guess showing up on both sides of the coin can prove something to that degree. And then for two, we got, if I was the dev, I would be looking at the hustle on the upside and the downside. And when I say that, I mean I'm looking at when we up. Of course, it's easy to be bullish. Of course, everybody's got the euphoria going through them. Everybody's seeing their wallets grow. Everybody is somewhat bullish and somewhat whatnot, what have you. It's easy to have high energy when everything's going just right. But when we on the downside, and I know it's a hard lot to ask out of most people, and everybody's not a social media person, and some people might not want to be doing all this or all that. Just it ain't even really about that. It's just about if I was the dev, and don't worry, we're gonna get to the community side of the game. But best believe, if I was the dev, I would like everybody to show up and just continue to show up and do what you do. Show up and do what you do. Show up and support. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I was the dev, I would be taking. I guess what I would be looking at the momentum of everything, trying to push everything forward that way. I most definitely would be looking at the momentum and trying to. I would really want people to raise in, but if we have specific events like trying to get 100 likes on a sheet, but that's something we could push forward if it just shows the community effort to get a specific objective done. It's not really too serious. Like no, not saying go crazy and go super raid. And keep in mind, I ain't deaf, but I'm just saying if I was, that's what I would be looking at for sure. Now, for number three, I would be looking at trust. If I was the dev and I already proven myself and you can see who I am and you know where I'm at, you almost know everything except my address. I'll be like, hey, trust me to work on doing what I'm doing because I guarantee the things that you guys are waiting on. If I've been in this space for a long time, just trying to think from that perspective, I'm pretty sure that I got a lot of experience in this arena and I might be able to connect some dots and see some things that you don't see. So just give me a little bit of trust. And that would go on right into number four I had. Just let me build and let me do what we gotta do now. It's two sides to everything, of course. It ain't just one sided of that's why we got the dev's thoughts and the community thoughts. But this is just things I would try to look at objectively from the developer side, and then we'll get to the community side later. Now, number five, I didn't have really too many wrote down. It was just I pretty much threw them all out there the other day in the Telegram if you was in there. But number five, this is a community project. If you want to push the project and you're not here for a check, get to work the best you can. Don't sit on your hands and ask what I'm doing. I'm probably being quiet because, like I said in the Telegram the other day, people play in your face. They buy They buy and sell in your face. They buy on lives. They buy on videos. They buy on bullish news. They trade the chart. And I was witnessing this myself. And I'm not even a dev. And I was just witnessing the patterns of every time we do a live. And they think it's some bullish news coming when it really would be some bullish news. They dump the chart. So if I was the dev seeing that, or even if I came into the Telegram, they would dump the chart. If I did anything, they was always trying to dump the chart. Always those same few people. And now I'm not the dev, but I haven't been able to connect the dots and figure out a little bit of who's who on that blockchain. And I ain't connect, but that's neither here nor there. That's just to say, if I was the dev, I would be being quiet too. If people using my voice to trade my token and pull my liquidity, I'll just I'll make it real organic and get real quiet and peaceful because that's just what I would do at this point, and I wouldn't hold nobody's hands. I mean, despite having respect for my community and bringing everybody into this, I would have to, for everybody's benefit, just get quiet until we got some real bullish news to share, and everybody keep working because I'm not gonna go nowhere. The liquidity ain't gonna go nowhere. It's just keep pulling, and this is like I say, it's a lot of people. If we was at 20 million, 30 million, 40 million right now, you wouldn't be able to DCA as greatly as you could. Although we know most people probably would be buying those tops because when it's bullish and then euphoria is setting in, that's when people would accumulate. Not financial advice. If I was a dev and I'm got my core community in there, I'm sitting back looking, I'm thinking, I'm gonna just I'm gonna test the patience of a G. I'm gonna test the patience of a person that's trying to. I'm not saying you can't day trade or do whatever you're trying to do. I'm just saying for that person that's uh, buying the rumor, selling the news, or buying the live, buying the blind alive and selling the Telegram chatter, however it is, or whatever we announce, you will see that how we started. Most of those people not in here today, and a lot of people was on that first live. So that just goes to show people will, you know, do things in a certain way. So I would get quiet and I would make real things organic, and I would get those traders without patience, I would say, and those opportunists, which are work. The traders ain't bad. We need value. The traders ain't bad, and I learned that from Peter. The traders not bad, but those G's, those ones that smile in your face like they doing in the Telegram today. I already connected those dots, but I ain't said nothing. That's neither here nor there. That's just gonna say I sum all this up to say that gives the real people the opportunity to connect those dots and build those bags at a much, much, much lower level before we run to the much higher levels. If I was the dev, I would want my core community, the ones that ain't whales, the ones that could really, really, really use this time to no, not financial advice. Figure out a way to scoop up a little bit of a bag while you can, because for what we have in the situation we have, I believe we got a really, really great buying opportunity for the person that's not looking for a quick payday, that's not trying to pay a bill, that's not trying to pay the rent at the moment. For us, let us say, astute investor, this will be the time to accumulate, because many times when prices get low, people would not want to touch it. They think it's going to dump. And I could say on my Solana side of the thing, if I was the dev, sometimes tokens do get low and do that. But like I said, as pivoting back to the face card, if I'm the dev, you know me, you know my face, you know I'm trying to have some staying power, you know I'm trying to make sure we all do what we do the best we can. I'm gonna pull up for you, you're gonna pull up for me, we're gonna keep it pushing. So objectively, summing it all up, I could keep going, but summing it all up, that's pretty much the dev's thoughts. And I'm gonna allow anybody that want to speak or interject. But keep in mind, I'm not the dev. I would just like to know if anybody had any thoughts to add to that or something of that sort before I move on to the community stocks. And the community stocks ain't gonna be that long because it's composed of a bunch of win questions, pretty much. But yeah, but I can provide the devil and angels advocate on both sides of the game. So I'm gonna open up the chat and see if anybody got to say anything about that. I thought I unmuted everybody. Everybody's unmuted if y'all got something to say before I move on to the community stocks.
To be honest, I mean,
That's
I
for
agree with it.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you.
I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Because people are gonna make their own decision regardless. I don't care how much you lead them the way you lead them. People are still gonna make their own decision regardless.
Yep.
Regardless of what's being built. You know what I'm saying? So it's at this point, we just continue to do what we know, do what we know. If you've been around, you know, you just know. But at the same time, like you said, anytime it is some news, chart get dumped on. So it's like, why say anything unless it's really, you know what I'm saying, something that's gonna move something. So like I
Exactly.
said, I agree with it. And
Well,
then on the community side, if I could, you want me to wait for you to do that part of it?
oh yeah, I'm gonna get my Cat Williams on over there.
You know what I'm saying? So like on the deal, I mean, cause I get it. Like I'm going through it. So it's like,
Oh yeah, yes.
see,
It,
I'm on both ends of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah.
like,
People think it's easy being a dev. You gotta control your chart, control your supply, and I be really getting on a lot of my compadres. Be trying to launch projects. My main thing I've seen wreck projects is keeping your supply out of these Jeeps' hands. If you're not doing your 100% best to support raid, keep momentum going, keep the chart up, like let's like raising a child, so to speak. I got two. My oldest is almost 10. Had 'em way. Had them on purpose. You gotta let them get to the point to where they can at least, all right, can you cook noodles, man? Can you walk? Can you do something? Once they get to that point, all right, everybody can ease off the gas a little bit. But if you ease off that gas too early and you don't let your project breathe, and the dev is taking liquidity and the community is cheating, like you ain't got one factor in there that's saying, hey, we gonna hold this down. Now you could have all that, but if the dev is taking liquidity, and I'm not connecting that to Vegas, I'm just using that for examples of projects I've been in. The liquidity, safe moon. If the dev is buying McLarens with the liquidity, and you got almost, I don't know how many holders they had, but they had a lot of holders. They had the most supportive, enthusiastic community around. But if you got people doing stuff in the background, trading on your news, they just trying to go get a hamburger, or maybe it's a little bit of a more astute investor. They just trying to go get them a new car. They trying to cash out and pay for something. Maybe they actually got a medical emergency. Who knows? But my whole point is, if it's one part of that integral part of the crypto that's taken from it, it's gonna fail. If the community, if December came with all the most bullish news, I didn't see, I didn't see projects do the dev drop. Hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, and then the community would take that news and buy the rumor, sell the news, and still pull it. So if everything's not working together all on one accord, it's a dub. So, and as I actually started the dev thoughts and I look back, I'm like, to a degree, you playing in my face. I don't disagree with December not being in the chat. And to be honest, it ain't nobody's responsibility to hold nobody hand for no investment. Although it would be nice, to be honest. When I go by Nokia, I don't talk to nobody. You get the charts, you get the website, you get a little bit of something, but that's a more established company or something like that. When I go by AMC, there was a whole human on the screen line too. So, I mean, more established company, they didn't got walking ground. I say let the community grow, let the community build. AMC was damn granddaddy in the stock game, and they did a reverse split on me and took. You know what I mean? Like, so you can have all the news in the world, and if you in the wrong project and everything not working in synergy, and if the top of the head is taken from it, and the community is taken from it, and the Jeeps is taken from it, and people bad mouthing you, and things ain't going the way it's supposed to be going, it can go that way. So I get it. I get it to a degree, but it's two sides to every coin. It's good and bad and everything. And keep in mind, these are just my opinions. Nothing is truly like a knock on Vegas Inu or December or nothing like that. It's just I'm able to see all sides of the board objectively, and it ain't me picking one side or the other. For me, it works best if I just stay neutral and show up and do, because different type of person, man. If I would never came in the chat and said it's 10, I probably would have dipped out myself. And not, I wouldn't have said I would have dipped out, but I wouldn't have been holding as hard. I would have left a little bag here and minded my business. But because I said I'm showing up every day, I'm showing up every day. Period. Because I had moments where I was like, I don't know. I don't know. But then I had to sit in the background and connect them dots. Like, if I was the developer, how would I feel? Because I didn't win on the blockchain and verified the people that come into the chat. That ain't bots that play on the chart. They doing it right now. And they not in here right now. But they claim they so enthusiastic. And I know exactly who they are. They was in the chat about 40 minutes ago. And they sold 2 billion tokens the other day. I already identified who that person is. So that's how I know people play in your face. That's why I'm not necessarily mad at December for taking the time to do what he want to do. And if he want to come with something, maybe he's strategically planning on how to get these Jeeps out of here. Who knows? I remember I talked with MJ. He was in here a second ago. I talked to him. I said, if I had 100 grand, if I was a millionaire and I had 100 grand, I'll show you how to get these Jeeps up out of here. I'll show you because I'll make that chart fluctuate. I'll play with their emotions so bad that they'll move around. Then I clear the floor out for the real holders. Now, that was something we talked about. I'm talking about probably 30 days after lunch. Like, I was a little bit heated. I seen people playing in it. I seen and identified people playing. So, hey, that's from the developer side. Now, I'm going to go ahead and not keep dragging it out and get to the community side. Get to the community side real quick. Now, I didn't really preface this one too good. I wrote all this out when I was at a little thing. I had like a good hour to like really think this out. But when I really, really compromised all the community's thoughts, check my DMs. I didn't get nothing positive or negative, and I didn't really expect to. So, like I said, ain't nothing personal. It's real objective because I speak for both sides, and some people they might want to think they fudding and they not. People got the right to ask legitimate questions if they want to. People got the right to be concerned about the investment. People got the right to be concerned about the shift of energy, whether things go this way or that way, this way or that way. I might make some enemies. I don't know where or when. People might think, and they two faced. I'm not two faced. I just call it how I see it. And if it was a conversation to be had, that would be a conversation I would be up to have with anybody. If I make a mistake or if I do something wrong, I say, hey, accidentally ran you over my car. My bad. I ain't gonna even try. We ain't gotta go to court unless you want to, but I'll break you off right here. If I no, I mean if I did something, I would own up to it. If I like earlier in the chat, I think somebody said had it in their seed phrase. I thought they was a bot. I said that was the dumbest shit I ever heard because it really was. But some people are new, some people don't know. So if I offended them and they end up listening to this space, which I doubt, my bad. It's just it's just hey, I just understand you got to be accountable for all your decisions, and that should have really been on the developer side of the game. Because if I was a developer, I would be holding myself accountable for doing what I say I'm gonna do. But so far, I haven't seen December do nothing that he didn't say he was gonna do. He ain't made us no promises. He just say, "Hey, we running up," and we had our run up. So technically, if this was to be that point, community project, what y'all gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna look at you. But anyway, I'm dragging it on. I'm gonna go on and get into the community thoughts, which is really just composed of a lot of win questions, and I can combine it all together and give one big, big concrete answer. Well, I take that back because I'm brainstorming right now. Some of these ain't win questions. See, I think these spaces work out better. If y'all didn't notice, for the past 10 minutes, I've been pretty much freestyling it, but everything else I pretty much wrote out. Cause I had a lot of time on my hands today. I felt like a robot. It's much, 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 much better when I freestyle. Now, the community thoughts is composed of a lot of wins questions. The main one I'll be hearing is in my DMs. I don't know why people think I got some type of power, dude. I'm just enthusiastic. Don't ask me nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know December home phone number, bro. Don't be asking me nothing crazy. Don't be asking me why the project ain't doing this or doing that. Now I don't know just as much as you, but I'm not gonna cry as much as you. Grown man. If I lose my little $10,000, I lose my little $10,000. Dang, I am pick my chin up and I'm gonna go make it back and I'm gonna go find me some more projects. If you put in that much money where you gotta be in my DMs messaging me, you annoying and you getting on my nerves. This ain't even with the community. This ain't even got nothing to do with the community question. They really don't. But if you really invested that much money and you in somebody DMs, where December at, bruh? Go get you a second job and then start investing, not financial advice. Let me get to this real quick because man, let me get to this real quick before I go into the community questions because most of this can be compromised by this. When I first started trading, I was delivering. I was doing Uber. I was just, and I didn't have to, but logically speaking, if you're gonna invest, you want to eliminate. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Say it 3 times like Candyman. Not financial advice. You want to eliminate feeling pressure about your investments. Like, like I said last week, I got rugged 10 times. Most people like, damn, your track record is horrible. No, I can afford to get rugged 10 times. Also, the week before that, I made 4 10X's in a row. We don't speak about that part. So really, because I controlled my risk, yeah, I got rugged 10 times, and it really wasn't rugged if I wasn't being greedy and I was trading my plan. And I also had a lot of non-financial financial advisors in the background. One of them told me to sell a little bit too early and made me lose out on about $1,500 from my very first meme coin I tried to play with. What was it? It's a ship. Put $100 in there, watched it consolidate for about 3 weeks, and then it just boom took off to 5 million instantly, giving me jackpot vibes. Wink, wink. But yeah, things like that happen. I went up, took my little 4 500, went about my business. Easy little 10 11x. Would have left it alone, not taking people's advice, because I would have had 18 $1,900 off $50. Happened all the time last bull run. But that's why they say don't take people's advice. But I can't go sue that person because I listened to them. I wouldn't even these little what they call these little rugs or whatever. It really wouldn't have bothered me then because my very, very, very first meme coin I started playing with did that. And then after that I did another 10 and another 10 and another 10. So I say all that to say, and this ain't even a I say all that to say I could afford not to be worried. Even when dude rugged me, I was like, oh man, they rugged me again. Now, like I said, all those plays wasn't honeypots. That was just, I would just say that's bad trading on my part. And like I say, that's where accountability comes into play. I'm responsible for my decisions. There are a lot of ways where I could have just took out my initial, left half in, and you at least have, you made a 10x, you would have made a 5. You wouldn't have lost all your money. I could have did that with every play. I could have took my initial out on every play. But like I say, my greed was setting in, and I was getting greedy. So those are they really not rugs if you take your money out and move around. But yeah, they did take the liquidity and get up out of there. I ain't gonna lie, and delete the telegrams and all that jazz. So let me pivot back. Let me pivot back real quick. All of that, I say all that to say I could afford to get rugged. And for those people in my DMs, I don't know y'all situation. I don't know what y'all do, what y'all need money, how y'all need money. Because some of them told me that they do go back and listen to the space. We all got kids, we all got families, we all got lives, blah, 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 blah. I like the new Lexus with the V8 too, but I ain't trying to get it that quick. I'll get it when I get it. Now, when I first started trading, I went and got me a second job. I already was making, I actually got fired. That was dumb. But I was doing so good. I think they fired me on purpose. Because I was doing so good at my job because I knew I had to get to it. Like, I was like, I had just went through a rocky. I think I put this in the chat the other day. I just went through a rocky situation. I was paying lawyer 5,000 every 3 months, and I don't really trip on no debt for real because I done had like 10 motorcycles. I financed every one, but that's neither here nor there. But I had to be in that little sticky situation for that point in time. So I said it's time to hit it hard. I worked 100 hours a week for three, maybe no, not three. I'm wrong. I worked 100 hours a week for probably 7 or 8 months straight, to the point where my mama was calling me and telling me to sit down. I was saving $2,000 a week, and I still wasn't using that money to invest. I said, if I'm gonna start investing, because that was just to pay back debt and pay. I was paying off debt, paying off debt, paying off debt, because I don't like debt. Dave Ramsey type business. I hate debt. I know credit is the future. I got real good credit. I just hate debt. I don't like owing people nothing. I ain't finna steal nothing from nobody. Damn sure ain't finna rug nobody. I'm gonna go out and get them on and work for it. So while I was paying off that debt and doing that in the background, I'm just saying, you know what can I afford to lose? What's some money I could go make every day where if I lost it, boo hoo. But in the meantime, I'm going to crypto college and I'm learning because I ain't got time to read no books. I'm working 100 hours a day. What's gonna stop me from being in somebody's DMs asking where December at? Example. So I just started doing my little Uber thing, delivering pizzas, whatever I could get my hands on, what have you, returning airport luggage, cutting yard, whatever I could do. My goal was simple. I'm gonna make $50 a day, and I'm gonna go invest that into the market and find me a. Well, I had it pretty much simple back then. I went and made me $50, and every day I said, "This is what we gonna do. We gonna go find a pre-sale every day. All we need is a 2x. We ain't got no money to lose. We got responsibilities. We got debt to pay off. I'm putting $50 in every day. I get my 2x. I'm not cheating. I'm protecting myself because I ain't got no money to lose. Like, even though I'm making all this money, I'm saving all this money. Still ain't got no money to lose. Nobody wants to feel the pressure of asking where's December at. I'm just using that as a pun. That's not what I really be. But so when I hit my little 2x, I take my $50 out. I leave my $50 worth of tokens in. I don't even look at it. I don't check charts. I go and mind my business. And then I go find me another token and I do the same thing. And I get that up to the point to where I had 60 tokens. And I'm not checking no charts. I'm not checking no telegrams. I'm not looking at nothing. I'm just like, I knew from trying to be debt free and that I didn't want no pressure. So I wanted to invest without thinking about it. Like if I lost this 50, I just go make another 50. I make $50 extra. I did that for like 2 years. I made $50 every day, just on the side, just to even after I made my X's or whatever. I still kept doing it, but I don't like to feel the pressure of my investment. So I just kept doing that, and I got to the point where I think I had like 60 coins. And I ain't gonna lie, everything wasn't great. I bought the wrong contract before and missed out on a 300x. Ouchie, that hurt, but that's a learning lesson. I also got rugged a couple times. I didn't really get as much as I got rugged last 2 weeks. I didn't get rugged that much last bull run on because I was just really trading utility plays on the Binance chain. So I don't know what's going on the Solana side of the game. But I say all that to say I got to the point where I had 60 coins, and I would wait till they get it on CoinGecko. You know, I didn't know most people when stuff get listed on CoinGecko, which is probably what the win crowd is trying to do. And I'm gonna get back to the community thoughts in a minute because that all ties into this in a way. What most of the win crowd tries to do, they try to, let me say, they try to time the market by wanting that CoinGecko, that CMC or whatever. I didn't do that. I just let my tokens do what they do when they got listed. I put them in my wallet. I think I started setting price targets, but I didn't even do that. I would just check it every day. And then one day I look at my wallet and some things up 1,000%, 2,000, 10,000. I'm like, okay, now it's time to start taking profits. Now it's time to start doing that. So I say all that to say, like my little $50 I left in there, I took it out. One of them is worth 3,200. One of them is worth 4,000. One of them is worth 2,000. One of them I was like, oh, I haven't even been checking this. I just been knowing I need to accumulate quality projects and then look back on them later because if you ain't got a lot of money, you better have a lot of time to let those assets grow. And ain't no guarantees in crypto, so that's what I would do to not feel any pressure. And all that ties into the win crowd and the community's thoughts. For the most part. For the most part. And that's for those people saying, where's the dev? That was actually number one. That would be in the DM. I can tell you the truth. Like I said, with the developers' thoughts, I believe everything is strategic. Hold on. We're not supposed to be speaking from what I think. We're supposed to be speaking from what the community thinks. So the community is thinking that December just disappeared and he just ain't supporting the project no more. And they want to know why. And that really connects with the developer thoughts of, I think it's more strategic than that. Just give it time. And when you tell people that, they're like, yeah, who knows? And then that ties into 2 and 3, but we can combine those together. Wincoin market cap, Wincoin Gecko. Once again, I say most people trying to trade the chart, and maybe some people not trying to trade the chart. And they want that volume, and they want to be the bull runs coming, blah blah blah. I understand that, but also understand every one of those 10 Solana rugs I was in last week or two, They all got listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, and they all took off and deleted their Telegrams and their Twitters. And even before then, I don't know if the devs rug just because it was they invited all the Jeets in and they started playing with their chart and they got frustrated. That could be something. Because when you get listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, you inviting in a lot of investors. They just sit there watching for the new listings. They know they finna trade your value and they know you finna get real bullish. And they say, Now, if you ain't got the community that's doing that support the raid, or say you got the community that's raiding 100%. Example, y'all getting 100 retweets and 100 likes on every tweet from the developer page. All the communities putting their own tweets. They getting bumped up 30, 40, 50 tweets and likes. I didn't did that. I didn't did that in all these projects that took my money. I didn't help them and try to support them and blah blah blah. You can have all the most momentum ever, but if you invite too many Jeets in, that's not gonna be too organic if you do it before the baby get the time to walk. But speaking from the community side, they want to know where those things at. December did mention that he may have filled the application out wrong. And I'm a speculator. I believe that could be intentional. But I can't speak for that man. I don't know what he's trying to do. But I do think he's smarter than we let on, and I do think he's very, very strategic. Now going on to number 4, because I pretty much combined 2 and 3 together. Everybody want to know what a white paper is. White paper don't mean nothing. Dog put out their white paper the other day. It was just a white piece of paper. Like, yeah, it can give you an idea about where the token is trying to go and what it's trying to do, of course. But I believe if you're really trying to make something real pivotal, like the way that Volt did with all this utilities and she was trying to do with the internet and bad I bad AI doing what they doing, I think you really gonna have to take your time to innovate and not just put out a swap. Nobody wants to trade on Vegas Inu swap. I mean, they probably would, but that's not no real utility. That was 2020 bull market. Everybody had a swap. Everybody had a wallet. Which I want to give a quick shout out to one of the coins. I want to back it up real quick. One of the coins I invested in was called Evergrow, and that's neither here nor there, but it's a reflection token. And they survived the bear market. They survived the bull market. They put out a wallet, or they in the middle of putting it out. It's actually being audited right now. I don't even hold that token, by the way. I just thought it was something to mention since I was going into wallets. They really working really hard on the Atlas wallet. That's what they call it. And I think that's gonna be the first one. They trying to work out a way where you can send your crypto into that wallet and manually pay bills with your crypto without having to swap it into USD. Now that's innovative. Now if Vegas Inu can work on something just as innovative with the casinos, if we choose to go that route, or with gaming, or in the metaverse, or however we want to do it, I think that would be really, really, really worth on waiting on a white paper rather than just putting out a paper that's white and ain't got nothing on it, or it got something typical on it. But that's just what I think as a community member as far as the white paper. And I can apply that same thing to number 5, which will be the marketing. Everybody want to know when we gonna market, when we gonna do this, when we gonna do that. If we market, what we marketing? It's best to just keep it like this, like she was with just the Uniswap. All we got is Pancake and the little website until we get the V2 of that, and then we really start making moves. But if we're not really making no monumental moves, we really don't have no momentum to be raiding and pushing them out to bring these Jeets in so they can ask where December at, unless we just want them to give us 12% when they leave, which really ain't a bad deal if they want to do that. Just saying. Now, most people want the market cap to run up. We all want the market cap to run up. I don't even know if that's a win question, but everybody wants the market cap to run up. But that's just gonna take some time until things get to the point where they're trying to do. Everybody want to make some money real quick, and that's cool. I got a little bit of a different timeline, but I know everybody at least wants to get to that point where we can cash out one day and choose to do what we want to do after that point. Now, I don't know if I missed out on something at this point, but I will open up the floor to see if anybody had anything to add to that side real quick. Hey, B. Will, you got something to add to that?
I was trying to. I mean, you said a lot.
Oh yeah, I did.
like you,
I should have
you
went
said a
point by
lot, bro.
I should have went point.
Okay, like so. I'm like,
All right, let me
like
back it
you
up.
touched on a lot of things that like it's like shit. I mean, my bad. Like, ain't ain't no other way to say it. Ain't no way around it. It's just it is what it is.
Yep.
And like the way you said it, hey, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of should have went point by point, Mike. I guess that probably would have been a better structure. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some more points even when things get more bullish, we can still have more objective conversations about what the community
Oh,
wants.
no doubt, no doubt.
You know what I mean? Like it's still
Yeah.
gonna be devs, thoughts, and even when things get bullish, it's positives and negatives to everything. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a lot of different ways we could pivot, and I could probably structure it a little bit better where I don't just overload.
I mean, cause like you, like I said, like I totally understand, bro. Like I get it. Cause then too, it's just being on a smaller scale of it. You know what I'm saying? Being on a smaller scale because our token has never even seen. Oh my god! Hold on one sec.
You good? Yeah, but I'll speak to that point. Yeah, we don't have, like I said, the token ain't walking yet. We ain't getting no central exchange value. Nobody's not even trying to stick. I mean, most people that's asking for when and where and why for Vegas, for the most part, unless nobody's trying to really want, hey, December. And I guess this gonna go into my next point because it's like we got the community thoughts, we got the devs thoughts, and we're gonna have a little ventilation about because I got some stuff to let off my chest about people in my DM. But for most of the people, they not waiting on market cap and coin gecko just so they not that enthusiastic about seeing how much they vid is worth in their wallet. They really don't know. They don't want to open up their wallet and just look at it every day because that's gonna create a whole nother type of loss or joy, you know. But yeah, I'll take it back in.
Yeah, yeah. Where was that? But even with that being said, like I was like you was about to say, like the people that's still saying he always talking about sheep, but that's the people who don't know no better. But I digress on that because even when he said he just talks about sheep, it's like you need to do your research because that's what got us here.
Most definitely.
I'm saying like so, yeah. So it's just a lot when it comes to that. I just really just I know I know what I know because I've been around. So it's like, and I'm just following the lead, man. And I don't have to claim to be a genius or know everything. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we have a community where we can bounce these questions off of. You know what I'm saying? Even he answers questions. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's under a lot of stuff right now. So at the end of the day, like this is one of the best communities to be a part of, and we just have to funnel these people in the best way we can as a community and not individually. You know what I'm saying? We can do it individually, but it just works better when we do it as a community, especially with this market that we're about to approach, man, because it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's for the people with the long term vision. And I guess we're gonna have a lot to talk about tonight, but we're gonna have a lot to talk about tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out that section real quick, and I'm gonna move into my last little section. I didn't have too much planned tonight, but I did have a ventilation plan, and it brings the devs' thoughts and the community's thoughts together, and it's pretty much a freestyle. But I pretty much know what I kind of want to say and get to, combine it all together. Now, from the dev side, if I was the dev as a ventilation, I would want the people to work harder to a degree. Just pull up. I always said this was a community project, not I as in me, but he all December always let me stop talking in third person. December always said this was a community project. So, knowing you came through with the tokens and everybody came through to some degree and pulled up in their own way. Essence and Erica always pulling up in the chat and they was moderating that and getting them bots up out of there. Mike was controlling the FUD. We was raiding, we was getting to it. And it's when everything bullish and everything bearish. The people that's been pulling up ain't the people I'm talking to. It's the people that's ventilation time. Cat Williams time. It's the people that's in the chat saying that, yeah, they haven't been feeling that well and they don't feel that great, but they sold 2 billion tokens 6 days ago. It's the people that play in your face that kind of make it hard to pull up and do what you got to do. So on the dev side, I wouldn't be talking neither, but on the community side, yeah, yeah, I understand. You was here. You was here. It was bullish. We had 23 people in the Telegram at some point on the VC. We was vibing. You know, take 6 months to build a road horse. All that. I understand people thinking where the momentum go, where the energy go, all that. Where the lives go every day. Where the burns go every day. I get to that. Where did the VIT lives go? Well, you know what I mean? I understand all that. I'm able to see and objectively say, hey, I understand why I might be moving this way out of the dev, but I also understand if I was the community why I might think this way. And then as Vent, I understand why I don't give a damn about no coin gecko, no coin market cap at this point. I believe those are catalysts we can save in the future. Because now I think I made that post the other day pointing out to what's his name? I got a big. This ain't even no soft shield or nothing. Cause I don't know if Piggy and them gonna play them back. Cause Piggy Coin, I don't know. They call him Piggy Boss. That's the dev over there that created that token. He a real one. He actually DM me sometimes. He be like, "Hey, I listen to your lives. I like what you was talking about." Like, I shout them out so much because I respect same energy, and they give out a lot of the same energy. Now, I will say we got a much live Telegram. So y'all know I'm always in Vegas on that side of the game because my humor don't apply everywhere. But those people real solid, and I got a lot of respect for them. And to be honest, I ain't gonna necessarily say I cheated, but I sold my piggy for a time to try to put it into something else to try to put more back in, and I got rubbed on the Binance chain. So that's it. That was part of them 10 rugs, so I ain't even tripping. That was part of them 10 rugs, so I ain't even tripping. But I say all that to say, those real solid guys, and they not on no. I'm using them as an example because I be over there rocking with them. I'll be over there in the Telegram. Like I say, I don't be over there for the entertainment that we have with all the gifts and joking out and doing things how we do and all that. But I just be checking on them because one thing that attracted me to them was their ability to. They maintain a budget over there. Like people underestimate budgeting. Like they really just maintain a budget, and that's what really got me into them. But on a deeper level, I started looking at I always told y'all. I don't know if y'all remember. Well, probably not. Who cares? I watch the numbers. I always watch the numbers. If somebody's trying to maintain a good budget, or like December coming into the chat saying, "Hey y'all, that's me," just letting y'all know. Like I respect that. So I say all that to say they got 400 Telegram members, and they got 400 Telegram members on that side of the game. They just got the 400 when they was about 350 members. They was at a 1.7 million market cap. But because like crypto, Bewell was saying, like Kate say so much, because we all can pull people in here individually, and we all could do things like that. But they only got like a three, and I think they got 300 real people, 400 real people over there. They work together in unison so good. Like I don't give a damn about no engagement on X or nothing like that. I do like to build my platform. Everything I did on X was just to increase engagement for Vegas because a dot connected in my head when December was like, "Hey, we need YouTubers and we need this and we need that. And I'm like, let me just do what I can. I can build up my engagement by supporting projects I like, and that's gonna draw more eyes to us. And as we keep building and I keep building, people gonna see it, and they do see it, and they do DM me about it. So I say all that to say, as organic as that can be, they are building a piggy coin. They only got 400 members, and they worked their way. They ate they dip from they Jeets. They Jeets cheated them out at 3 million. They dropped to like 1.7, and then they ran back up to almost close to 4 million now, I think. And they don't have no coin market cap. They don't have no coin gecko. They actually trying to save that. And one thing I learned to do is I would learn to let me not drag this on before I try to add people in to interject. But one thing I would try to do is I would try to mimic people that's actually doing the work. I would try to mimic the people that's doing the work to a degree, because pigs like to play in the mud. They call themselves organic as well, and they look like they're running a real tight ship over there. And all of that was really just to say we got like what 1,000 members, and most of those we got from that Caesar call. And keep in mind, I don't think Caesar calls are free, so that may or may have not been a waste of money, because you might have bring in. I look at call channels like gambling channels. I don't think this like it's not like you call a Warren Buffett say, hey, do you have any astute investors over there who would like to hold my token for a couple of years? I don't think that's what that was. So when you do things like that, you bring in a lot of people that's
Yeah,
yeah.
I ain't want to
Let's
cut you
speak to
off,
that.
but
Speak to
I
that.
ain't want to cut you off. But Caesar calls is not free, and at one point in time, it was like 15 BNB, like for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't think people realize because I connected that when it started. You gotta pay for them calls, man. Unless you get a truly legitimate organic shout out. Like this other token I'm in that's not being named. They got a pre-sale shout out from a lounge. They got like 20,000 people. Now that might sound bullish, but not for me because I don't want to be fighting with them people to get in over there. But that's neither here nor there. Like, yeah, it's gonna bring in a lot of people. It's also gonna bring in a lot of opportunists. Lounge is gonna bring in a lot of people, a lot of opportunists. And anybody can cut me off at any time. Just I'm talking about because I can go on and on and on and on for real. CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap is cool. Seeing how much the tokens are worth in my wallet is cool. To me, that's gonna create for the people that's like I said that ain't out there really putting in the work, not watching their wallet, not wondering where December at. Once you start seeing them numbers fluctuate, that's gonna probably bother you a bit if you a real holder. Now the Jeeps, they gonna love it. They gonna love that spike of that quick value before it falls right back off. It's not logical to want to be. It's nice to be want to be on CoinGecko right now, but it's not that logical. It's a good look. Now I will say I don't have all the complete answers to that, but I do. I'm just going off the projects I've seen. Yeah, you can get the volume, you can get the Jeets. If you want it, you can take their money real quick when you get listening. Everybody know the CoinGecko spike. What it's gonna do? About 50, 100%, probably 200, depending on who sell first and how fast they sell. Everybody know what CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko gonna do. If that's the goal and it's just some short term, that's what it's gonna be. And that's on the ventilation side of the game. Now, as far as the people in the chat that'll be asking all these questions, and some of them might legitimately be concerned. Like I've talked to some people, they've had people invest and they've concerned. Uh, I don't know how to speak to that because I've invested for people, but I haven't bought people in to invest, and I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know how to speak to that. But other than knowing, going back to the face card, I don't think December brought us here to play no games. Now he did admit, if y'all listen to them lives, he did admit. He said, "Hey, when I created this token, I didn't know what I was doing." He admitted that to a degree. He said, "I didn't know I wasn't supposed to have that big wallet with 1 trillion tokens in it." So also understand that he human and he owned up to that mistake. And I believe he's trying to work in the background to figure out to do the best thing that's best right now. Now it's a lot of people I've spoken to on the phone, in the DM, in the text message that say, "Hey, why won't he just break down that wallet and bring in the whales? Because whales are scared of that top wallet." They don't like the look of it. Oompa Loompa time. They don't like it.
But why?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why. I mean, I'm pretty sure they think they're gonna get dumped on for sure. I know they
I,
think they get dumped on too much supply in one place.
I think part of the reason why he hasn't broken it down yet because we got that transfer fee. So if he transfers those tokens,
Oh
we'll
yeah.
lose some tokens in the transfer process. So he got to figure out a way around it or make a change in the contract
Mm-hmm.
temporarily for him to be able to do that.
Oh my
If he
bad.
does, I think it'll be a good time for maybe like a shield where we say, hey, we got transfer fees cut off for X amount of time while the dev split the main wallet, you know what I'm saying, add
Let
to your bag.
me
But
ask you that real quick, cause you smart. That's something that could be. That's something that could be jotted down in a notepad. Like this is stuff that we can make big raids out of later on when we trying to get that momentum back. But also
exactly.
another reason why he ain't broke down that wallet, because y'all remember when we was at 1.5 million and people was asking them questions. Now picture he start breaking down 800 million tokens, and don't forget about the reflections going to the Jeeps.
Exactly. We don't want to give away free
He
money
ain't gonna
to
give away 100. Like let me see, what was it like? When I looked, it was 975,000 tokens. And let's just take 12. Let's just 97. Let's divide 97 billion tokens and see how much reflections people start getting. You know what I mean? Like when
was
he
it 2%? So 2% of
wallet,
that.
you gotta like. If anything, I would be. If I oh, that could go back to if I was the dev. If I was the dev, I'll wait till the market cap get super low, and then I'll reward those diamond handed holders by dividing those. While if I just chose to not mess with the contract and just start like, y'all know me. If I was the dev, I tokens. I just start dividing stuff and sending out like, hey, this is almost like an airdrop.
Right.
I'm just gonna, hey, one wallet, boom. And I do it week by week at some point. But if I was gonna do that, I would probably try to do it when there was some more bullish news to give people some incentive to hold that 90 billion I'm finna send out, especially the top holders.
That might be his plan. We don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know. It's all speculation at the end of the day. But I will add that I'm gonna call this the Vegas Inu whale report. We had a whale. I'm petty. We had a whale, and I think I know who that whale is. That that whale is no longer competing with the dead wallet. And I don't even look at these things; they just pop out at me because I always look at the numbers before the space or whatnot. So yeah, as of 6 days ago, that whale is that so-called whale is about to be passed by another wallet. I don't even watch. I don't watch every wallet. I just watch that specific one because
I
I
think I
understand.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I understand how people play in your face. So I just
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a little competitive with that wallet. I'll be damned if you gonna hold the floor. So yeah, in the spirit of competition, I just went to go take a peek at the top holders. So that's more of a Vegas Inu Whale update. That dev is about 100 million from being passed by another wallet I never really had to watch. And it's a couple people out here that haven't played in your face. It's a couple people. I ain't gonna lie, I be a little nosy when I send out the little bit last week. It's a couple people ain't never sold no token as well. That's legitimately building their bag. So we really, well, at least that wallet. I don't know how many wallets people got, but we respect the people that's at least holding the floor and doing what they say they're gonna do, and not acting like they're not watching the telegram when they really are. But that's neither here nor there. I see
Yeah.
Love Vibes wanted to speak, so I add her up here real quick. Interrupt me at any time. We really on the close, almost on the closing statements of the space today. I'm just doing my little ventilation and whatnot. This is pretty much my little segment where I get a little. I just call it how I see it. Yeah.
Hey, blessings everybody.
Hey, what's going
What's
on?
up?
Hey, I just want to chime in and say I know exactly who you're talking about, that particular whale. That's the one who came at me in the chat. I had to get him straight that night.
So
Yep, that's exactly who I was thinking too.
we I think we was all on a live that day, and we said, hey, because when I be saying connect them, see, December started with the connect them dots, man. But sometimes not to get onto that side of the game. Sometimes things come to me in dreams and say, "Hey, don't trust that person." I don't know if that's the creator or how that's moving. It just give me like little hints. Watch out for that. You might not need to go there today. The other day, I had to go to work. It was that Friday. I was in the space having breakfast. I was only able to do that because my manager called me and said, "Hey, for some reason, if you want to stay at home, you can stay at home." I said, "Cool." Who knows? Maybe I was being protected from some of that data. Maybe I was just getting a little bit of rest. But I just take things how I take it, and I connect the dots I can connect. And I connect certain dots to see that people only show up when they think they getting things are getting bullish, or they think they finna get a deal on some tokens. Now, I'm petty. Back to the Bitwhale watch. That certain particular wallet went and traded for a coin called Fink and got dumped on. So, haha, I'm petty. Anyway, join me in my 10 rugs. They say time in the market is better than time in the market. And
I
I
just want. Oh, I'm sorry to
oh go
interrupt
ahead.
you, Ben.
You
But
good.
I just want to say while we are waiting, a good idea to do, which I know people are already doing, is why don't you just get a like an old laptop or old computer if you have the money to buy one, mine one of your favorite coins in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? Do that. That way you'll be collecting, money. Once get I know for XRP you get up to 10, and then they'll send that 10 to your wallet. So that's some residual income that you can be making in the meantime with one of your favorite coins. So that's just an idea. If you use unminable, it's real simple to set up, and go at it. I mean, I'm having fun with it, so that's just another thought while while we sit back waiting.
All right.
Mine one of your favorite coins.
Hey Erica, do they got a referral code for that?
Yes, they do.
If they do, and you DM it to me on the Telegram, I'll post it up with the post every week so we could get people on that because that residual income ain't no joke. Hey, you how much XRP you made by the way so far?
Right now I'm at 4.
According to the numbers I've been hearing, there might be a new car.
Right. Depending on what kind of
you know,
car, it might be a couple cars.
especially when the bull market comes in, that you got to think. Right now it's averaging like maybe 4 to 5 a month. So you got to think once they, XRP start moving in the bull market, that price go up. That's some serious income that you just mining and not buying it. You just mining. That's free money in a sense.
Yeah, in a way. Like I guess most people won't see it that way because they ain't took advantage. Like they say, mining is just another way to take advantage of the dips for free. I mean, you may use a little bit of electricity, but if you can find something you really bullish on, like the XRPs, the XDCs, or something that, like, if you can really find a hidden gem and mine it, it's this other token. I mean, I ain't gonna say what it is, what it not. This is the first time I ever seen a token come out with their own hardware to mine their own nodes before the project is even released. So that really got me into. Well, you actually got me into mining, but that was a project I bought like 9 months ago, like before I even knew about Vegas, and I was like, let me just see what it is. And if you would have bought a million tokens during their private sale, they would have gave you the equipment to mine and set up a node. Like I didn't know if it was scamming now, so I was like,
Is
all right.
that is that the one you sent me?
Probably that vitreous one.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I know I don't
they
trust
still
people.
giving away the nodes. You just got to pay for the shipping. You got to have a certain amount of
Yeah,
tokens, but you can
got
still get the node.
a million gonna be expensive in a minute. I think when they had stage one, a million was probably only like $400-600, but now they almost done. I don't know. I ain't really come talk about that. I just connecting all that together. That mining can really be something. If you find something that nobody's looking at and you bullish on it, like Vegas Inu, like XRP, HBAR. Most people don't know about XPR, Metal Blockchain, Proton Labs, Metallicus, all the
Hmm.
that they say that people doing on that side. It can get real bullish if you buy them when nobody's not financial advice looking. Like Solana at $6. like when people get bearish And if you really believe you got something, that's the time to DCA or mine it. Or mine it. So hey, that mining can definitely be a big thing for real. It's like DCAing for free in a way. If you really believe it's gonna go to where it's going. And it make me really think that these ETFs with they make me think that they might be trying to tank Bitcoin on purpose. I don't know. They might be trying to mess with it on purpose because XRP is supposed to really be that one allegedly, hypothetically. Who knows how it's gonna go?
I think they are too, but they manipulate the market as a whole in general.
Yeah, you know how they're gonna do. Getting people up out of there. Just like
Facts.
that fake tweet, and they liquidated a lot of people.
Man, that's what I said. They made the price drop because people got those sell orders in if the price hit a certain
Yeah,
area. So they got all of that money, and then guess
and
what? People gonna start buying in because the price low, and once the price move up on the upside, novice investors are gonna start buying those green candles. So they
yeah,
just making money in both directions.
yeah, and learning from Rico. Remember, he was teaching us about some people got liquidated for free. They ain't even get no money. They went too hard. They went too hard on the leverage, and the SEC said we're gonna approve this ETF, but let's act like we got allegedly hacked real quick. Hypothetically, let's just say, hey, we got hacked real quick and liquidate those positions out before we run up to 4850K real quick because it be some gains up there. But that's where I would say you got to have that conviction in because I've been holding my long position for about 2 months, and I would have had way, way, way more. Like been bullish on Bitcoin. Should have took out a loan at 10K, but I didn't. I was approved for it, but I didn't. I could have had me four of them. I hesitated, but I did open me up a long position. And I say that to say, if you really believe in something and you really think it's gonna go to where you're going, you get in so early, hypothetically, they ain't gonna be able to liquidate you. Like, I ain't got liquidated yet. My position's still open. Got in super early. Same thing like Vegas, super early. Same thing like XRP. Before the court case closed, took profits already. But if you got my whole point is you gotta find something you believe in on the crypto side or any side, really anything in your life. If you really believe in it and you for it, yeah, you mine it. Yeah, you DCA into it and you stand on it until you get to where you're trying to go. Don't look, don't look down on mine and free money. And I mean, you helping out people and you getting paid, you get a little bit of residual. Take that. Not like Diddy though, but take that. I'm, oh boo. Uh, Let me see. I think we pretty much already summed it up tonight. If y'all got anything to add to it, I think I done got all my vents out the way. I think I done got most of the vents out the way. Everybody else is pretty cool. Ain't got no real problems. Just that whale watch. Just very aware of that whale. That whale we know so well. Or other than that, with the community thoughts and the dev thoughts and me saying it how I'm saying it, calling it how I see it. That's all we got for tonight. Still need 23 likes on the shit post. Waiting on December to make his moves, do how what he gonna do, and deal with his issues, or personal issues if he got them. You don't never know what nobody going through, so I don't judge nobody. It could really be you really don't know. You don't know. You either at this point you either have conviction for what you got or you don't. And if I wouldn't have will, I'll be making me another account and I'll be fudding because I'm trying to get these prices, man. Y'all trip, man. Y'all, I ain't trying to take off and go to 10, 20 million real quick. I got a lot more I would want to try to get real quick. Man, I don't know. I don't know why y'all trying to get on coin market cap. I'm trying to build my position.
Facts.
Like that let me know. It's it's really the whales that want to get on coin market. Not me. I don't care. I'm not a whale. I'm just a small fish. But it's really the whales that want to get on coin market cap.
You know you a well. Stop playing.
Nah, I'm trying to watch my weight. Why do all that running? I ain't trying to. I ain't trying to do all that now. I don't give a. That don't move me. Like I said, I'm down 7K. That don't move me neither. Like it can go either way. I'm using this time to DCA just like everybody else. So it is what it.
Yeah, I think low key, you know, those people are Jeets. They just you know, a bit of a more long term G. They waiting on some real price action so they can Jeet with a big bag instead of doing like the small bag Jeets do. They get them with 2X like you do, and they out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
get
trying they
boy.
wa-
Trying to
they
turn my
waiting.
hand real quick.
They waiting on, you know, a bunch of people to FOMO in. They waiting on that CMC and, you know, CG, so we get some old price action, and then they gonna take their bag and run
Which I
like
don't.
somebody already
These
did and
prices
got
ain't
hurt.
worth it for me for a person that actually pay their taxes. Uh, what am I selling for? Because with the Vegas tax plus the federal tax, you selling for 50% of what you really got in here. If you actually gonna,
Exactly.
you don't think they're gonna find you on your decentralized off ramp one day when they just
Yeah.
made it a felony for you to move 10 grand, not to a bank, to a different wallet. I believe they made it a felony if you move 10 grand to a different address and don't report it. I don't know how sure that is, but
What?
they working on getting it to that point to where you ain't gonna keep moving money and hiding money around and not reporting what you got. So I just have to
Wow.
say these prices don't move me. I need a couple zeros. You
Exactly.
need
You
to be
gotta
worth
have some
$100.
bread in there.
Coin market cap, coin gecko ain't doing nothing for nothing. They ain't doing nothing short term. I don't want no 10, 20 grand. I need some. I need 200 grand. Like what did you say? What did you say? Wait, Warren Buffett say? I want the first 100 grand. If they once you get the first 100 grand, it's on. Like
Facts.
I want the first 100 grand liquid, not assets. So then I could really go get rug. I'm just joking. But
You're not joking. Because we know you gonna put $100 here, $100 there. You might up the ante. You make 100K.
my I like to do 1%. They keep me out of trouble. If I would have kept doing 1%, I would have been just fine right now. I don't know if I want to do 1% with 100 grand, but and I ain't gonna lie, it ain't no real factual actual thing. It's sometimes I don't do one. Sometimes I do 10 if I really see a pattern I've seen before and I believe in it. Sometimes I do 20. That's not logical, but that's just something I do. That's something I make with a gut call. And I ain't lost on my gut calls yet. Vegas Inu is a good call. I saw that dot before. Actually, I rated December. He rated me back, and I was like, "Dude, I know you." Good call. I know where this is going. Now, it might not be going there as fast as people want. Boo hoo. Like I said, you either got to put up a lot of money up front, or you got to put time up, or you got to put effort up. But you ain't finna get nothing for free. You gonna pay with one of those: time, money, or effort, or build
Definitely.
and rug everybody.
But you know, like I've said before, I think you know part of his delay is not just what he's working on in the background, but also allowing for you know people who truly believe in DD and in the project to hear about the project if they haven't heard about the project. They haven't been watching his YouTube channel to even know that he has his own project. And for the people who are already in the project, for them to be able to DCA and build a decent bag so they can be like, you know, be like you, be one of the whales.
I'm not. Oh, let's say I was a small fish. I'm not a small fish.
We
I'm
know.
like a tuna. That's still a fish. I ain't. Nah, I can't even come up with nothing.
Those of us who know. You can say the cap for somebody else.
I'm a friendly whale, like big, like Cliff with the big red dog. Like I'm gonna hold it down. If I ain't gonna hold it down, I come in and chat like Didi, like, hey, $150,000 sale. I just want to hey, y'all stop trying to be. No, I'm just playing, but I'm trying to be logical with this for real. Like I ain't just trying to like I could like I said like I told Mike, me and Mike, we had a lot of conversations in the beginning. He had a lot of conversations. I'm like, dude, I know what I could have had, but this ain't that. I know I could have bought back in. I told him where the price was gonna go when we was at 1.5. I said I know it's gonna go down to 500K. It's gonna keep hitting 500K. I know I could have traded this and made some money, but this for some reason I just don't want to do it. I do it with everything else. You see how I've been trading that the little Apex play. Like if I want to do it, I can do it. I don't, and I ain't the best trader. I can just tell. Like I can glance at a chart and say, and then I can look at the community and say, hey, these G's finna push this down, but I ain't. I just didn't want to do it. Like my morals and my integrity won't let me do it. So even if I got $1,000,000 in my wallet, it ain't. I'm not. I'm not. I think I told y'all when I first came in here. You ain't gonna even be able to tell. I scaled out because I ain't gonna try to affect the chart, and I ain't never gonna scale all the way out. Just saying. I say all that to say, friendly cracking, friendly whale, to a degree. To a degree, G's do get on my nerves to a degree. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much. If y'all got anything to add, oh, let me go check the Telegram. Let me see. That'd be very Hmm. I was just double checking. I was just double checking. But yeah, Erica, anytime you want to send me that unmineable code, cause I don't mind. Like this is what we're really supposed to be doing. This is something I learned from December. Like combined with who I am as a person, you're gonna build yourself up, and then build the next person up. And if they real legitimate, they gonna pass it back, and y'all get that flow going, and everybody gonna get to where they trying to go. If they just keep, don't put on no rug pulls, don't put on no jeeps, don't be like me. Just don't do that. But if you just share the love, share the energy, I don't mind doing that. And same thing with you. Same thing with Essence and the Ice and whatever. Like some say it's a community project. We can build it how we want to build it. So that'll be some posts for when we get real bullish. And I believe we gonna need that Vegas Inu prototype that Beyonder is working on. I gotta talk to Beyonder about his name. Like, never mind. That's a whole nother subject. That's some comic book stuff. I'm trying to verify some stuff. But I believe we're gonna need that one day. We're gonna need that one day when we got 10,000 people in here, 20,000 people in here. Once we get to those levels, and when we do, I'll still be posting up everybody's referrals or anybody that's in the core community. Like, man, when we get bullish, everybody gonna want to be your friend. I didn't say that before, so everybody that's here right now, I wouldn't mind doing that. Like, just getting the people that's here, giving them their flowers while we all here now. Like, just keeping that energy going. So if anybody got something to promote, like just keep throwing it up there, letting people see it, because that's kind of the energy of what Vegas been coming with. Like just we burning up tokens, we building connections with Vault, we burning Shiba, we just building up different connections in the space, and you don't know where those connections might take you. But anyway, uh, we're approaching the tail end right there at this point. I'm just rambling, but in the future, yeah, Erica, I know A1, you got the ice, and I can make all that just one post. Like, hey, these are the HighRollers referral links. These are people that's been on 10. They've been in here. They say it take. I don't know where I heard that, but they say it take 90 days before you know somebody. And like after 90 days, you look in the room and look at who you see. You don't see the same people you started with on day one. You don't see the same people that claim they were super bullish and blah blah blah. And that's
I
across the project.
no, I was gonna say I just DM'd you the referral code.
I got you. And I keep like a little I keep like a notepad with like all type of different stuff. Like people send me stuff like clothes, any type of thing. I feel like people just could want to promote, and they in the community. I just like to post it up there just to get that love back because people, you guys are sharing information. You, Petey, you got the ISOs on lock. If I would listen to you, I would have made a lot of money with like with them little quick 50, 40, 100% you've been calling, and PD, I can't keep up with his. He's been calling all the crazy stuff on the Shiba side. I ain't gonna lie, I gave up because I ain't got a lot of time to research. But now, I say y'all know what y'all talking about, so y'all spread the love and spread it right back. and we just keep building off that energy until we get to where we trying to go. Because in the meantime, we're just building relationships, building up people. Like I say, I've been dipping in all these different communities just to check people out. And I ain't necessarily going there to steal nothing or nothing like that. I just see if the energy is the same. And there's a lot of communities that got the same energy as Vegas Inu, like that same energy. I'm so quotable on. I like when it's the same energy. And now the tone of the conversation might be a little different, but it's a lot of people that move the way we move and they like things organic. So anytime I can like just share my voice or my opinion and it's legitimate and it ain't fake. Cause I didn't have people I ain't even no influencer, bro. I didn't have people try to DM me to get me to promote their token. I'm like, dude, don't DM me no more. I block you. I ain't here for that. I just here to like support real people, real genuine people. And they rugged anyway. I'm just here to support real genuine people. That's it. So if anybody got something to share in the future, I'll make a post on the Telegram before. And if y'all got anything y'all want me to post up in here, like I say, whether it's 2,000 market cap, 2 billion, whatever, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I'm gonna keep showing up every week, and we gonna keep pushing how we push it. And in the meantime, I'll take those links, any referrals for the real high rolls that's trying to get it out the mud from the ground up, trying to become a whale or get to that stage. I'm gonna do whatever I can to try to help get y'all there, because this ain't that for me. As far as you know, playing in your face and then dumping behind your back. If it was a way to dox my wallet and not worry about people trying to hack me like they've been trying to do, I would. Cause I ain't. I stand on everything I said, and everything is what I say. I ain't sold one token. I could have made money. I ain't doing all that. So I'm just here to support real people. So sum all that up. I'm here to support real people. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. If anybody got anything to add, you can add that in. We can start exiting up out of here.
Well, I got something to add. At the
All
end,
right.
I always like to come. What you say?
I said good night, y'all. Nah, I'm just messing with you.
I always like to come with something a little off topic outside of crypto. I know we all on next chilling, so I just wanted to hear some people's thoughts on the events that have happened in the first week to 2 weeks, that I've seen, such as the alien. I say that in quotations. Alien sighting in Miami, or the underground tunnels in New York. I've seen a
You
lot of
trying to
crazy
get
news.
Vegas
You
canceled?
said what?
I said you trying to get Vegas canceled?
Nah, I'm trying to get shadow banned.
Yeah, you try to get Gary again, like DM, like why is Gary emailing me? You know all these people.
I just found it weird that so much random stuff was happening. There was a mass shooting in Arizona, and there was another one somewhere else. And then they had that big Palestinian protest in New York as well. And this was, we haven't even fully hit 2 weeks yet, and most of that was in like the first 7 days. So
It's crazy that you said that because like I was going to the grocery store and this young cat was out there. He wanted me to sign his petition. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, man. Why don't you talk to the congressman about about crypto regulation? He hit me with the winter solstice coming. You know what I'm saying? And hit me with the energy and all this. So now we dealing with you got a whole fraction of people that's saying like crypto is not gonna be relevant in the near future because of the power grids, the power infrastructure.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So you understand where we're going, but that's another, you know what I'm saying, another thing that people are talking about out here, regardless of how we feel.
Oh yeah, y'all know we that's what we do, man. These dots.
You know what I'm saying? So that it was just funny that you said that. Like, yeah, outside of crypto, but it has a lot to do with crypto because energy, how
Yeah,
everything's mined. You know what I'm saying? How they
yeah,
mine it, how everything is built. So
current. It's current. It's current. Energy changing, but it's all current.
right.
Currency, all current. But yeah, but I don't think you're gonna never get the true story if you're looking at the mainstream news. To be honest, I don't even watch TV. Yeah, if I do watch TV, I'm watching it to figure out what they trying to tell me they finna do next. But that's a whole nother story outside of crypto. I don't believe nothing I see in that black box. On any black box phone. I mean, it's some. I'm logical. It's some stuff I'm like, all right, I understand certain things, but like, shoot, they reported the weather 3 days ago, and every time they updated, it ain't nothing what they said it was gonna be. So I don't. I I'm a little more outlandish as far as my thoughts about believing bullshit. Pardon my French. So when people say they saw some aliens, and I hear a lot of bit different things, I got some stories about that, but that's kind of not crypto related. That's not. That's a whole nother story. But I believe most of that stuff is what people report as it is. But by the time it get to us, it's not what we think it is. Same thing with the tunnel thing. You know, when Kanye say he can't talk about what he think it is. you know, like I think it's exactly what it looked like, but it's a protected class of people that's moving the way that they move, and things ain't gonna be what they say, even if it look like it what it is. Even if that red car look like a red car, it's blue because I told you I identify as a blue car. So what I'm saying is, you can kind of get what I'm saying without trying to get my face cut off.
Yeah,
Everything what it look like.
I agree. It's great. I just wanted to ask because
We
we
can get
all family, and
going. I got it.
I just found it strange that all of these things are happening like on top of each other in the midst of also
Exactly,
the Epstein files.
man.
Like it was. I'm like, this is strange.
Let me back it up a little bit more. So my dad painted his house, and he called me to ask me what color he wanted, just to show you how I think. He like, hey, what color you think I should paint my house? I said you should probably paint it the shade of blue that they had everything painted in Hawaii, so just in case there's any fires, it'll be still be standing. But that was like way 6 months ago. We're able to connect those dots deeper than crypto. I don't know if anybody wanna go that deep. Go that deep for sure. But I definitely connect those dots to everything you saying. Like saying, I was listening to this one. That's damn. This is a whole nother thing that connect to. I was listening to their rapper called. I wasn't really listening to him. I like to watch a lot of interviews in my spare time, and he was talking about how when he was buying Bitcoin, it was a rapper by the way. He real independent. Don't do no contracts. Don't do none of that 360 bull. All that mainstream. All that
Hmm.
about. He real like just the money. That's why he call it a money man or whatever. But he real like just about being independent and getting to it. And he was big in crypto before he even came into the rap thing or whatever. And he was saying when he used to buy Bitcoin, he had to get it off the other side of the web, so to speak. And back then, people used to be using that Bitcoin to buy different things. I say all that to say a lot of stuff ain't what it looked like. You can still be early and make some money though. But I ain't gonna lie, I kind of lost my point. That's neither here nor there. I had something, but it's only so much we can say in this type of space.
Definitely, but I gotta come in and be controversial at the end.
I mean, I don't want to have no normal X space. Everybody can just be super duper. That's bullish. Like we can do that all day. Like
I'm
I really think on a deeper level, like it's gonna crypto gonna really be a way monetarily and energetically to shift stuff. So
But these are things that we're presented with every day, like regardless. Like soon as you step outside your door, like this is stuff that I hear. Like I wasn't anticipating that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to. I still signed the petition, but I wanted to hear what he had to say at the same time. I'm not going to disregard him. I want to hear what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
well, we could take a vote by the lights if y'all. We can start talking about this stuff. It don't matter to me. This stuff I think about anyway. And I just like, yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, the
But
things that make you go,
yeah,
Right. And see, my thing is, I know, like in our other private Telegram that we have, we get into
Everything.
things that, yeah, we get into everything, and we definitely get into some controversial things, some things that most people overlook. They just say, oh, they said they seen aliens, and they move on about their day. But as for our group, we get a little deeper into it, and get a little philosophical, and you know into the things that we've researched in the past regarding other topics. So I always gotta, pick y'all brains and see how y'all feel and what y'all mentality or y'all thoughts or opinions are on the subject.
And
Especially the alien thing, because the alien thing, it didn't. I won't say it tripped me out, but I was like, it's crazy because one side is saying, "Oh, that's not true. It was a fight," and then everybody else like, "Oh, we seen some real live aliens." So
I'm a I'm gonna add to that because you know how you can say, "Hey, I seen an alien," and people be like, You full of shit." Like, but it's on brand with connecting the dots. I can't explain it all, but I went to a whole nother side of stuff that ain't got nothing to, you know. It's different. That's all I can say. It's different. And I didn't personally, with my own eyes, seen some things I can't explain before in the night sky. I didn't seen some things I can't before on the ground. So I know things can get very, very different. Very,
facts.
very different. And if you say, "Hey, this is this, that is that," people will call you crazy. And, because people don't have that vibration to understand that the way that things are coming in to connect those dots, they'll try to make you doubt yourself or make you look crazy. So I'm kind of not too. I kind of try not to have conversations with everybody because I understand everybody not on that level. But if y'all want to start
Right.
having conversations, we can get to it because it's on
What's
brand. It's deeper than connecting the dots, and I believe everything tie in a specific way. Like I
I
said, I
agree.
think Vegas is a wealth transfer to the righteous, but that's a whole nother conversation. I ain't worried about these Jeets because on a deeper level, I believe in a lot of different things that don't make sense, but it connect together to me.
And see, my thing with the whole alien thing is, I think people saw what they really think they saw, but I don't think they saw what they think they saw. If you catch my drift, because there is a such thing as Project Bluebeam, so it has a bunch of different angles to it that you got to look at it from.
That is true. It's a lot
But
of going on.
but my question to you is, you just said you think Vegas Inu Token is a real wealth transfer. Elaborate.
Uh, this is not going to be a normal X space.
I got questions. That's my favorite. That's
The-
become my favorite word recently. Like,
so
I want you to elaborate. Help me
let
understand
me
where your mind is when you
elaborate
say that.
really quickly. Let me preface this by saying I'm a God fearing person. I believe in whatever you believe in. Like if you call whatever you want to call God, I respect. As long as you ain't doing no devil worship, I respect whatever religion, whatever you doing, how you doing it. Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. I really like the Buddhists for some reason, but I like all them
Me
people. If
too.
you really like just tying into the Creator, whatever you call the Creator, I respect that. Cause I ain't no preference. Like you can't do this and can't do that. As long as you showing up and trying to stand on righteousness and have some morals and have some integrity, I rock with you. No matter what your race, creed. As long as you're not in New York in them tunnels, I rock with you. Leave it alone. But I say all that to say is I'm very into the spiritual side of things, so to speak. And if we want to get religious, because I ain't read every book, but the way that I grew up is hardcore Christian, grandparents, grandpa's deacons on both sides, made me go to church. Ain't nothing wrong with the church, but we could. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother mindset. Nothing is wrong with actually the Bible and the church and God itself, but that's a whole nother story. Let me move on. That's how I grew up. And my dad, he wanted to go out and do his own thing, and he didn't step into a lot of different religions when he was younger. And when he was younger, he brought me into it. So I didn't been about everything, and I didn't read about almost every book. And I can speak Hebrew, and I didn't seen and did a lot of different things and stepped into a lot of different realms religiously until I got to that point where I like, you know what, I'm gonna step out on a limb and connect my own dots. I'm still with the creator in my own way, but I'm gonna go my way and do what makes sense for me. I ain't trying to be out here not having no morals and not having no integrity, and, doing normal NPC type things. Live, sleep, die, college, die, get married, die. I know all that normal stuff. I ain't got time for all that. Have a kid, like, I actually like my kids. The kids is cool, but kids is cool. But I just wanted to go out in a certain way. I wanted to do things in a certain way and try to be intentional. Like, even since I was a little kid, I just thought I was thinking about my children before I had my children and what I wanted to teach them. And I was like, do I really want to teach them some stuff I think is BS, or do I want to go and try and find out on a deeper level what it is to all this ties together, by the way. But do I want to find out what it is to be created, connected to the creator on a different level for me? So I can say all that to say I went down a path one day. And I don't mind being vulnerable and sharing this. I ended up being homeless through a lot of different things because even though my parents are super duper religious and they know how I talk, they know how I am. I tell it how it is. All black people ain't got their finances together and end up in certain situations, and they end up having to stay somewhere where I couldn't stay. So I was 15 and I was homeless, and yeah, they gave me this, and that. That's how I ended up homeless at that point. Until my girlfriend at that time, we just moved in together and stayed together for like 5 years. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, I ended up moving to Houston with my sister in that time, and I had those dark moments where I'm just talking, having my conversations with the creator, so to speak, and I'm like, hey, why why are things this way? Why we got to do things this way and such and such and such and such? And then I just got this idea to tell me, just start understanding things for yourself. And it just something just said, start being quiet. And I was like, all right, I'm trying to follow where you're going with that. And some say start meditating. I said, all right, cool, whatever. I don't know what that is. So I just start sitting with myself and sitting with the creator and talking to myself and blah 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 blah. Did it for a long time. Read a lot of different books that most people wouldn't read, like books by what's the dude name? The first book they were actually. Let's pivot back to the Bible. The first book that got me thinking outside the box was the books that they took out the Bible, and I don't remember them all, but they took a lot of them out. They didn't leave them all in. They took out the book
The
of the
Book
child.
of Enoch.
That's the one that took me on a big journey. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was leading to. The book of Enoch taught me like, so you telling me this dude left and didn't have to die to do that? Let me at least energetically try to understand how I could do that. Now I ain't obviously I'm still here, but it definitely piqued some interest because it still was in alignment with the creator and with God or whoever you want to say, so to speak. So I'm like, cool, I rock with that. Let me start stepping into that energy and figuring out how I can step out. And all this ties in, by the way. So I started getting really, 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 really deep into transcendental meditation into the point. I think I told y'all this in the telegram, but I probably thought I was tripping. In the private telegram, I started getting so deep into meditation until I didn't quite. I ain't gonna say I ascended because that's dumb, but I definitely popped out my body and saw the little silver cord that was connected to my body, and I was hovering above my body, and I was looking at the animals, looking at me like, what that dude doing? And he ain't supposed to be doing that. Like, it was weird. So ever since and that was I was 16 when I had that experience. I'm like, I'm 32 now. I'm 16 when that happened. 'Cause I was always thinking about different ways to connect to the creator and try to get closer in my own ways. That's why I started a plant-based diet, and that's why I do things my way. And I ain't started being plant-based because I care about the animals. It wasn't even like that. I still need a warm coat. If you die of natural causes, I take it. So it ain't even like on no hardcore. I'm vegan. This that. It ain't even that. It's just I was trying to think about ways energetically I could tap in and get closer in my own way. So when I was 16, popped out my body. Boom. That kind of shifted my perspective a bit to the point to where I'm like, all right, I done seen some things that people say normal that ain't normal. So I know that things that people say is normal ain't normal. And like I tell you, my parents, we've been dang near every kind of religion. I done been in a lot of different groups, not to be on no race type stuff, but My dad used to be like a Black Panther for the longest time, like the longest time, like so. I didn't seen both sides. I didn't seen the sides where like things ain't what they seem, and people ain't what you think they own on both sides of the coin. And eventually, he grew past that and kind of. I mean, he didn't really grow past it, but it's different perspectives and angles to look at things, and he the person I learned that from. And by the way, the whole time he was a Black Panther, his best friend was an Irish man named John, and she was married to a black lady. So everybody, it's things ain't never what they look like, but I done seen things from so many different perspectives that it get me to that point where I can see things a little bit differently. And when I popped up out my body that time, that changed everything. So now I started going deeper and reading. It's this author from Africa. I think it's Credo Mutwa or something like that. He had this book. He had this book about the Dogon tribe. I don't remember, but it was certain books and certain people that came into my life that shifted my perspective a bit. Fast forwarding that way, way, way on. I'm just gonna skip forward to the Vegas Inu pre-sale, and it was a couple conversations we had in the TG at some point when the day after the Vegas Inu pre-sale was over with. I remember we was trying to get at the field and everybody was being impatient and all this stuff connects together. Everybody was trying to get at the field and everybody was being impatient and everybody's like wondering, was it gonna fill? And I was over there like, don't fill it up. I'm trying to find more money. I was really trying to find more money because I was like, I know this is one. I've seen these patterns. I know this is one of the ones. I know what this is finna do. If I had 10 grand, I would have threw it in there. I would have bought all the supply up and I wouldn't have sold it. I would let it run. That was my plan. I bought as much as I could. I liquidated as much of those, and I guess that's the way that the universe works out because when I started playing with these cryptos, I made like a let me rewind it. Last bull run, I made like 80 grand just off connecting all those dots together and my first I believe in I'm not superstitious, but I believe that the universe and the creator will show you things for a certain purpose. And I took that dot that he gave me with this token called Reflecto, and I still follow that dev to this day because that dev is really on one. Now, their market cap don't match the effort, but I believe it will one day. And I say that to say I followed them. That's the person I made. That's the person. That's the project that I made the 80K off of. I said if I made 80K off here and y'all went back to 1 million, now, beyond the money, I see the effort y'all put in every day. I'm gonna keep rocking with y'all. But the reason why I bought that token is because I felt like the creator was talking to me, and I kept seeing. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm superstitious, but I was on the highway. Everybody don't know. Everybody don't know. After I finished growing up and whatnot and getting my stuff together, I turned 20. I started driving trucks. So that's still what I do to this day due to circumstances. And I don't mind. I like driving. One time I got fired. I actually missed it for a bit. But I'm gonna pivot into tech in the future and like I don't know how I don't know which lane I'm gonna pick, but probably cybersecurity, but I'm gonna pivot in the future and even if I make whatever I make out Vegas, I'm gonna go back to school and I believe knowledge is key because it's gonna give you avenues to pick different avenues to see different patterns and things like that. So when I was driving those trucks, I one day I was going down through this neighborhood. And you know how car companies don't make the same like everything done, they got their patterns on their colors of their cars, and every car is not the same. So I'm waiting for the Reflecto pre-sale to launch on pink sale. And that they got a certain shade of green in they logo. Tell me how I saw at least $3 million worth of cars that was the same color in like 30 seconds. And it was the same shade of color as that logo of Reflecto. Those are those gut moments where I say where I would trust my instinct and I would deviate from my 1%. Now let's pivot back to those that wasn't here when I was telling y'all I was delivering pizzas and I had 60 coins and I was getting my little Jeep 2X, but I was holding my positions. So before that Reflecto pre-sale, all those 50s I was stacking up, all those different coins. I had one turn into 6400. I had one turn into 3200. This is before the 80X. Like I was like, okay, cool. I got that. I'm gonna not be too greedy, but I'm gonna press up a little bit. So I saw the cars on the highway. Boom, connect that together. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? it ain't my money anyway. I'm gonna just put a little bit more into it that I don't. If I lose it, I don't know what the influencers always say. Don't invest more than you willing to lose. I said, well, this is all profit anyway. I got a lot of money right now. I cashed out a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I paid some taxes, but I said I got like 800 left. I'm gonna bet on my instinct that the creator is showing me these green cars, so I can put it into this pre-sale. And then the pre-sale filled so fast. I'm getting chilled. The pre-sale filled so fast, like it filled in 2 seconds. And I was able to get in that pre-sale off my cell phone in the middle of the woods while I was at work. 20 seconds later, lunch. 20 seconds later, I had 3K. I said, you know what? I ain't never made that much at one time before. That quick. Let me just take 3K off the top. Back to my old strategy. I got 3K. I don't care what this do. I come back and look again. 40K. I said, it must be a glitch. That happened before. Mark cap be tripping. I come back and look again. 80K. I said, all right. Now let's be logical. Have I ever had 80K that I could make in 2 days before? Do I have the ability to make 80K? I don't. So I sold it. I said, let me get that. I took half of it. I said, let me get half of that. So at the all-time high, I had 80K. And then I think 2 more weeks went by. I was still holding it, being stubborn. This before Safe Moon. This is what gave me the money to put 5,000 in Safe Moon. And I mean, I lost it, but it wasn't mine. So I didn't connect no dots with that one. But this what gave me the money to put into Safe Moon or whatever. So a couple weeks go by. I said, all right, I see what's on the screen. I said, now do I have the ability to make this money? Because it looked like we going down. Do I have the ability to make this money and make it do what it do? I do not. So I completely emptied out my position and I left like I always leave a little bit, just out of like not to be a complete G. I think I left like 1 trillion tokens in there or something like not 1 trillion. I don't know what I had. I had a lot. I had a lot of tokens for $800. I had enough to get me like 80 grand, with like 40 to 80 grand. It was really up there. I ain't never made that much at one time. On top of that, was still within that period of time where I told y'all I was working 100 hours a week and I was saving $2,000 a week. So I was like, cool, I'm lit. The dot worked. I connected it. Got it. Fast forward to Vegas. Hold up. Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. Japanese dude on YouTube. His name is Tech Lead. He launched a token out of nowhere called Million Coin. He put $1 million in liquidity. He launched it at $1. I missed it. I bought the top. I didn't. I was a subscriber to him, but I bought the top. I wasn't connecting no dots then. I was like, this is some bullshit. But anyway, that one you put $1 in, you would have made $1,000. It actually did what he was trying to do. He said your one token is gonna be worth. I don't. Okay, I take that back. One token was probably worth $660. So if you would have put $1 in that, you would have made $660 in a couple days per dollar. So needless to say, I bought the top and it ran down, and it's still alive because that developer stood on his word. He ain't touched that liquidity. He got money. He developed. He been in crypto. He the reason why I want to get in cybersecurity. He got money. He ain't even touched that. That million is still sitting in liquidity. That thing is alive to this day. Boom. Fast forward. I'm with this other token I found in the bull run called Vetter, and I think I used to try to like mix those raids together to try to get some engagement, but I ain't trying to fud them or nothing. But I put 4K into them. I pulled out 400. That was some bullshit. But anyway, there was more money in profits and not being responsible with my ratios. That was crypto college. But I won't say they was complete wasted because in the bull run they used to have a calendar where they would post projects and they incentivized people to post projects and they paid them out in tokens to um, put like different pre-sales. Like they literally had a calendar of pre-sales. Like I could like just click through the months and see 60 pre-sales or more, for like 4 or 5 per day. And I got to the point where I was just pulling up every day and getting a quick 10x every day. Like I ain't gonna say they completely cheated. I made money with them. I made a lot of money in the bear market with them. But they eventually stopped doing those pre-sales and pivoted to something else. So I don't care no more. But I say all that to say, once we got over to so I'm sitting in the bear market and I'm rocking with them, and it's a guy over there. Funny enough, his name is Mike too, and he was trying to teach us how to raid and marketing tactics. And then the doc connected with December and said, "Hey, uh, Fortune 500 marketer, blah blah blah." More than beyond that. I believe like I know like how the world is and world dynamics is, and I believe in supporting everybody. But when I see my people, I believe in supporting them just a little bit more because I know how the 60s and the 50s and the 70s and I know how that treated us. So I go a little bit harder for people I really believe deserve it. And I was a follower of December for a long time. Like he the reason why I started looking at Sheeb when it was zero. What is it, 5 or 6 zeros, 6? And I was buying it then, and I was trading it back and forth between 6 and a 9, 6 and a 9. Still doing that same dance. I did it for a long time, and I was making a little money just trying to test to see if I can trade. Following December when he launched Sheba, and that was pretty cool. And I learned from that. Then I accidentally caught that run up when Sheba spiked up, and I made that little 7 or 8x when it ran up. And I'm like, cool, I take that. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I was making money off the pre-sales, but to be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just here to connect dots. Like, if the dot connects when it connects, I press up a little bit. If I believe it's a little bit more of a spiritual dot, I press up a little bit more than others. And so I'm in that Vetter token. They teaching me how to market and stuff. So they say, hey, go out and target some influencers and see what you see. And I'm like, I follow December on YouTube. I don't see him on this list. Y'all got all these people. Y'all ain't. I said, I don't know what type of time y'all on, but I'm gonna go raid December. So I went and raided December, and he raided me back. That was funny. He was like, check out Vegas. I go, boom, get in the chat. It's 4 people, and then I say, hey, I remember that Tech League guy. And he was a YouTuber, and that dot start connecting. And I saw, okay, Tech League had 1 million subscribers. I see that. December only got 40,000, but them still real people. So I don't know. Stuff just started lining up, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna press up a little bit more than I normally do. So I start all those positions in the bear market when I was like, I'm tired of losing money, and I start putting $1 a day in 30 different projects for like 3 or 4 months. I think I ended up having a couple grand. I say, you know what? Other than the XRPs and the HBARs and the ones I really, really, really bullish on, I'm liquidating everything else and I'm putting in this project because I really believe in this dude. I really, really believe in this dude, and I'm really, really, really not about to dump on this dude. Like I really want to see. I've seen how solid he been with his thing all throughout the bear market, just promoting his different projects and such. But I don't know why when he promoted Volt, I was like, that's some bullshit. I don't know why. I didn't have nothing against Volt at that time. I didn't know that much about crypto, and I was like, I ain't trying to mess with that. I ain't gonna lie. I saw Shiba and I liked that one, but I didn't know Volt. But I was like, I know him for his work, and I seen how he pulled up for all those tokens. So I was like, you know what? He launching his own token. He been moving solid. I'm gonna rock with him. I'm gonna rock with him. Pause. The long way. So what I decided to do, I liquidated all my positions. I put it in Vegas. We trying to get that pre-sale to fill. I think I put about 3 or 4 thousand in pre-sale, and I put a lot. And I was trying to find more. I was trying to get money off my credit cards. I said, I know where this is going. I've seen these dots before. I'm not playing when I said connect these dots. I said, like Warren Buffett say, time in the market. I'm able to see these dots, and beyond that, I understand it. So I was trying to find all the money I could find. I couldn't find it. We was trying to get the pre-sale to fill. I said, well, if we make up in the morning, I get paid. Boy, I would load that boat, boy. But by the time we woke up in the morning, I didn't know we were already filled. But back how all this ties in. So I had a dream, and it was pretty much dark. I guess because I'm dumb. I don't know how that worked out. It was pretty much dark. But when I woke up, I don't know how to explain it. That's the first time this ever happened. I'm not really too big on the angel numbers or whatever, but I mean I'm really big on them. Maybe they angel numbers, or maybe if I told the mainstream news this, they would think I was tripping or whatever. But when we was trying to fill that pre-sale, and I think we finally filled it, and I went to sleep, and I was like, I sleeping good because it's too many dots with how I was raised to sleep on this one. Like I'm straight. So when we didn't lunch yet. We had just filled. I woke up the next day. I'm still asleep. My eyes is closed, but it's almost like you know how them old Windows computers used to be like having them floating them old crazy backgrounds where you see stuff floating in the air. I saw 4444 floating in the air, but my eyes still closed, but I saw it moving around like a screensaver. I said, well, that's weird. But that's a dot. I'll take that. But that's weird. That ain't never happened. So I went and looked up what 444 mean. Whatever. I said, all right, okay, I know what this is. We got one. So I don't never normally do this, but I ain't dumping this one. I'm only dollar cost averaging into this one. And no matter which way it go, I'm gonna stand on it because I believe this is something more deeper than I think it is. And then as we first start having our first Telegram conversations, and y'all know I ain't like to talk to people because I'm an introvert and I really don't like people that much. But something about this token made me want to like step out my shell a little bit and pull up where I can. So I was like, you know what? I start talking to y'all and we start having this conversation. And I don't remember where it was or what exactly voice chat it was, but I just said, I think somehow, some way, the people that the creator is calling in to hold this floor of this project is supposed to be the ones in some type of position in the next phase of the world, like on some type of a Shitoshi type of vibe, but in the real world, like a real wealth transfer to the righteous. Because there's too many dots connecting. And it was some other stuff with Vegas. It was a lot of stuff. Like as you can see, my long story. It was a lot of stuff connecting together. I was like, it just popped in my head. And then December and being named this, I don't remember how I connected it all together. But like, I know this is a wealth transfer and it's deeper than what it's supposed to be, because the money I was gonna put into that other side of them other cryptos, I would have lost it. I would have lost it, but I connected that dot with December, and when he rated me back, I said, I know this deeper than what it is. And then I had that dream, and then we was talking about something in the VC where I was like, this is a wealth transfer, and the Jeets ain't finna get this one. And then, like, when everybody's saying, where December, I'm like, this ain't that type of wealth transfer, homie. This is not a coin gecko. This ain't like last bull run when every token I invested in went to a billion the next day, and then you left and went about your business. It's getting to the point to where it ain't gonna be that easy. And if the SEC don't make it get to the point where you gotta have 25 grand to trade crypto like they do the stock market. Well, you can trade before hours, but you can't trade all day. Like you can't trade. You can't trade. You can trade when the normal people trade. You can't trade 24. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but that's what I was saying. Like something about me having that dream and waking up and seeing that on my eyes, and with all them other dots I connected with all the other reflectos and the other cryptos I made money off of, it made me really think we really, really got something special here. So you know what? It's 10. It's 10 toes. And I'm gonna show up every day and I'm gonna do my part and I'm gonna step outside my shell and I'm gonna pull up where I can. And if everything is what I think it is, everybody in this group on a much more deeper level is somebody that the creator wanted to be in here for this wealth transfer. And I know Sandra was in that telegram because Sandra be rocking, boy. Well, I know Sandra was in that telegram. She said that it just connected. Like this is a wealth transfer to. I don't know how it's gonna work or how it's gonna happen or why it's moving the way it's moving, but on a deeper level, that's just what I think it is. And my dots that really made me the money ain't been wrong yet. That's why I'm so bullish, and that's when I had that 25,000 in my wallet. I didn't dump on because I'm like, this ain't that type of play. But beyond that, out of respect for my brother, I'm not finna dump on this chart. We gonna hold it down because money don't move me like that. I can make 25,000 this year if I really want to. I can make 50,000 this year and save it if I really want to. I put myself in position to do that, and I ain't rich. I just put myself in a position where most people wouldn't put themselves to not worry about no money, and everything just lining up with the way that I said. For those who don't know, Mike know. I'll be frank with y'all. So the way that everything lined up, Mike Mike Jordan, he know everything. I tell him everything. Like he was one of the first people. I ain't like talking to people, and when I first came to talk to him, I was like, oh, I know I don't want to talk to him. And what I tell y'all, it be the people you think don't like you that be the person you get along with the most. Well, we have 3, 4, 5 hour conversations some days just about everything. So he damn near know everything about my personal life. But I so backing it on up, I just paid for another funeral about 10K, and I buried my grandma last year for about 10K, and my parents was needing some help and they had some space for me. So I told my dad, I said, you know what, the bull market finna come back up. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help y'all out, whatever help y'all need. We're gonna get y'all house in order. because I believe in generational wealth. You ain't gotta get a house from me. I buy my own house. You can give it to one of my sisters. I can. I'm the type of person I go get it on my own. I ain't begging for nothing. But if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help parents. I'm gonna help whoever. But I ain't finna keep helping you. I can tell you that. So it's a limit on everything. So parents got a little outhouse in the back. I had a $1,600 a month apartment where I used to stay. I said, well, this inflation is coming. Let me just see how this gonna play out a bit. Hey, Dad, can I use your extra outhouse and chill out there for a minute? You got enough land. You ain't worried about me. He say, cool. And I have a conversation with him. I say, we finna rock out for this next bull market. If I can keep continuing to stay here, I can really, really invest real hard in what I believe in, which is why them 10 rugs don't bother me because I'm really getting after it this time to a degree. And if I want to leave right now and go get me a house, I can. But that's not the goal this time. The goal is to really become, we're going to knock a couple zeros into our net worth this year. And then we're going to give parents 100K. We're going to give grandma 100K. We're going to give, oh, shit, I only got one grandma left. We're going to give her 100K. Like, we're going to take care of my sisters. We're going to pay off my sister's house. We're going to make sure they got some generational wealth. We're going to make some moves. We ain't just going to move back to a $1,700 apartment and give people money for free when I ain't doing nothing. And my parents help me with my kids anyway. We gonna get to this money. And I've been making money while I've been here, even before Vegas. I was hitting 10X's in the bull market. And then I say, hey, Dad, I made some money. Here go 500, here go 1,000, here go this, here go that. And that ain't to brag and say this, here, or that. That's just saying we got to be able to do stuff. Most people don't want to move back in with their parents. But in this case, it helped me to pivot and free up my income to make moves that's going to benefit everybody and generationally help them fix this house that my grandma left them and make moves in the background, and then we gonna build up to that next level and to that next level. And if you could see the way that these dots connect in my life, you wouldn't be coming into the telegram asking where December at. You'd be trying to put yourself into a position to not ask where December at. If December show up or not, I can save 50 grand this year. I mean, I put myself into a position where I ain't got to worry about where December at, but I know December's so solid. He might be moving in a way we can't think right now. We might not be able to perceive how he moving right now. And we really don't have no guarantees and we really don't know what's moving. But with everything and all the dreams that I had and everything that led me to this point and that lined up so meticulously, I think we really, really in position to keep the worst going. So, yeah, I'm not trying to be a whale. I'm trying to be a kraken, a very friendly Vegas Inu kraken, until we all get it cracking and get to where we're trying to go. Damn, that was a long rant. Let me Hey Teague, I see you got your hand up. You can speak whenever you want, bro. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. I was just gonna speak. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff, but I've just been listening.
Well, I went trip.
I,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I mean, I'm a lot younger than most people, but like I still live with my parents and well, at least with my mom, and it's definitely not where I want to be, but it's like if I wasn't like and like because I was thinking about moving out, and then basically like COVID hit. And like that wiped out my savings. Like my mom wasn't working, and so like if like I was lucky, and like we were all lucky, and like it's a good thing, but it's still like yeah, I can't save up. So like a lot of this stuff, like I'm basically doing nothing and investing everything else and just waiting and definitely gonna take care of them first. Like the goal is minimum to pay off this house and then get my own house because I got a lot of shit, but it's nice to have your own space at least too. But I don't want to. I don't even want to leave and make sure she's not okay. That's for me like that's one of the biggest motivators for doing this stuff. Um, but yeah, so like I got a whole bunch. I just wrote like a couple of things too, but like we're talking about with conspiracy theories and all that stuff. Like I get into stuff and like a lot of stuff that I have kind of known before is like coming today. like these days, and like I already kind of saw this stuff before, and I was kind of out of it at the time. Like I was kind of just trying to do my own thing, and and then it kind of came back, and it's kind of more in your face right now. But what people I think need to realize is like where's that coming from, and what most of it does. Like if anybody's talking to you and it's all like fear based, you don't want to even really listen to that, because if that's all you're hearing all the time, like that's how you're going to be scared. And then the easiest way to control people is through fear. And if people are scared, they make illogical decisions, and then people even lose like what is truth, and then everything just goes out the door. So I try to pretty much just, I'll see it here and there, but it's more just a passing thing in conversation. I kind of just leave it be, and I try not to go too deep, because the thing that's going on right now, the biggest thing that people, and it's been talked about for years, but it's like really starting to happen, the wealth transfer of crypto, where crypto becomes fully adopted, everything becomes tokenized. We're going like into the future basically, and everything else is just a distraction. And that's kind of been my mindset on that.
It kind of cut off. I don't know if you were done or not.
But I mean, oh, did it? Am I cutting out?
Oh yeah, you cool, you cool.
I good.
But
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
I just want to touch
Um,
points you were saying. Number one, my best friend of 16 years last week, like he's Hispanic, and they really believe in family and staying together and not wasting money. They got a $500,000 house in a very very prominent neighborhood, and they all in their 30s, and they still stay with their parents. And one of them is a biologist. I'm from Dallas. It was a museum here named Ross Perot. His brother works for Ross Perot, and he still stays with his parents. They don't waste no money. Like, don't. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't let people like try to put normal when the real normal is like, even when my ex-wife, she's African. You don't leave the house until you're married or until you're finna start a family. And if you end up having to come back, that's cool too. Don't let people put like normal norms on you as far as like doing what you got to do
yeah,
for your mom or whatever. Because I'm in that same boat. Like I say, all that to say, all them people in that house making 100 grand, they still 100 grand, 200 grand, they still staying with their parents. You know what I mean? It ain't that
yeah,
big as people think it is. Like, I'll leave
yeah. I
go buy a house, but it'll just be empty. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I know. Like especially in other countries, yeah, it's pretty popular, and I've gotten more comfortable with the idea. But that's like too like yeah, it'd be nice to have my own space, like so I can. But that's like to do that stuff, and then I can go to the next like part of my life where I try to have like a family and stuff like that. But I would definitely like ideally it would be having a massive amount of land and having multiple houses, and just
For real.
having like all your family there. Like that would be, yeah, that's like dream right there. Um, but yeah, there's I don't know. There's so much crazy stuff out there, and that's the important thing is like family, and like just your freedom, being able to do what you want. And like I
Yep.
notice a lot of the times, like if you don't pay attention to the news, it doesn't, like you just go about your normal day and pretend it doesn't exist for the most part. Like you're pretty good as long as they're not trying to tax you crazily or stop you from doing anything. Like you really don't have to pay attention to it. And like I know some people who in like high up in places in the government, and like all I've heard, like things are just too politicized. So it's kind of just, and that's even just with non-politics, is things are just sensationalized in so many ways. And it's a lot of stuff is just, you don't even need to pay attention to it. It's just get what you need to get out of it if you're going to look into news, and take that, and if you can use it to your advantage for
Yep.
something good, do that. And then otherwise just like, yeah, don't, because stuff drives, if you're just looking at stuff all day, it'll drive you crazy. It's can drive me crazy at sometimes. Like if I do, I'm just like, I don't even understand what's going on. Like, well, like, I don't know, none of it makes sense. Neither side is logical to me. But I don't know, there's a lot of stuff too. I mean, like, we're talking just like beliefs and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, like, I don't really put myself in any specific, group or anything like that. I don't like to do that. And I think there's so much general truth in a lot of stuff that I just kind of, you know, works for me. And like my big belief, like I kind of like came to is like, um, if God exists, God is everywhere because he created everything, and he's not in any church or any one place. He's everywhere. And really, like, if God is real, your belief can just be between you and only that. And you don't even have to talk about it if, but like the great thing about, spaces like this and X and like communities like this, you can just kind of come in and talk about stuff. And unless you're going like crazy, I don't see why
Yeah.
anybody would try to stop you. So,
I know
but
you.
yeah, I don't know. It's like, and that's where I'm like, I can talk about stuff and like what I believe, but like I always try to keep things general because, um, I try to give everything like a chance. And like, if I see things working some way, and, usually when you do good things, have good intentions, usually kind of like good things come back. And to be patient too. That's something everybody's kind of just living day to day a lot of the times, and they don't even know what's going to happen in 5-10 years. um, I think like people like December, and like some of us in here, like we're trying to think on longer scale time frame. And that's definitely going to be hard for a lot of people to do at first if they haven't been doing that, or don't, it's not like a habit. But like projects like this, like it's like slow, like not a lot going on, but we're sitting at a floor price. That's fine. I'm still holding. I'm gonna get more. Like, but what could happen in like 2 more years? Like if we're all still here in like there's gonna be more people if we're all still here.
Oh yeah.
So that's so in 2 years, like if we have like at least like another year of bull market, like, but that's the thing too, if we're just building, through the end of this cycle, through the next cycle, like, so, that's something where I'm trying to just like, you know, like be okay with myself. And I've been okay, but like, just something where you're just like, you don't even have to think about it really, because like, I know y'all are going to be here. So
For
I can
sure.
just come in and I can just, be here, and like everything's good, and like things are just going to get better and better. And like, yeah, it's like that in itself is super bullish, where somebody can just like come, if they're not like in spaces all the time or like whatever, they can just come back. They're not, some people don't even like to use their phone like at all. Like they might have somebody who's like not in Web3 at all, and they can just come in this space, they come here and they go, and like they'll just be out and about in the world just telling people about it. Like they don't have to, come into spaces, like that's not their thing or something. Like they can just be out and talking to people. And that a lot of times can, because you're talking like face to face, like that's where people really more get it, especially once crypto becomes more popular and people don't just go, like, nah, we're not going to buy whatever crypto, like, but once it becomes more legitimate itself, and that's going to happen like over this cycle. Yeah, that's having like true community members. That's where that's going to happen, like especially word of mouth, or um, just people that are consistent and like are always there, or always around. They're always about it. Like that's where I think you'll see like communities that not just like here for a bit, like we're like here and like that's it. Like crypto's a thing, we're a thing.
I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. And you touched on a lot of different things. Let me get to the one I can most recently touch on as far as like the
Right.
everybody do things for different reasons. Like I was telling MJ one day, I said, if you see me do something, it ain't just to do it. I remember when I first started making music with him, he's talking, man, what the hell you trying to do? Bars to death? I'm like, dude, life is a bar. If you do something, you don't do it for just one reason. It's multiple reasons. And let's pivot back to like I guess you had to stay with your family, whatever. And you was talking about COVID. COVID was one of my reasons for making the decision I made as generational wealth and the big C word, COVID. And I was really trying to prepare for the next little demonstration they was gonna try to have next. I'm like, let me stack this money up so when they come try to do their little next little move, you can take my job if you want, but I didn't take the last shot, and I'm not finna take this one. Let me just get it to that point, and then moving on beyond that. You was right about a lot of different things. Like, oh yeah, we gonna be here, man. I'm showing up every week, every day, because like I say, as what I went into the other while ago, this is deeper than the crypto for me. I always believe that it's way deeper than what it looked like. I'm showing up not like just for December and for everybody, and we're gonna keep putting on until we get where we want to go, up or down, and we're gonna really pivot it. And if we can really create a lane where we can, with this community, the very core people that we do have in here. I've been in a lot of different telegrams. I've been in a lot of different rug projects. I've been in a lot of different places where they ain't rug and they've been around for 4 years and they just don't have the energy. We got the energy to change the space. Ain't nobody got no energy like this. That's why I'm holding on to it so tight. You can't go nowhere and get this. And if we can keep building on it and pivot it and we can make this a place where you can get your crypto and then we can come through the private side and you can get your truth too and you can prepare your bag for the next whatever they decide to do. Alien and well, I don't know what the hell is going on, but you can really like build yourself up here and support real people and support real projects and take care of your family eventually and get into that next position of generational wealth transfer, because I really do believe that crypto gonna have to take off on a deeper, darker level. I know I'm laughing, but I'm laughing because how crazy I think stuff is. If on a spiritual level, I don't know if this is exactly correct or not, but on a spiritual level, if the mark of the beast is coming, I believe crypto is probably going to be the vehicle to do it. So let me get my money to get off the grid before that happens, or when that happens, or if that happens, because it's like when people was looking at America Online before it came, they're like, I don't mess with that, and then boom, everybody use internet now. And I believe we're at the cusp of the pivot where it pivots in this specific situation to the righteous to put us into the next position, to not have to really sacrifice our morals or integrity to get to the next bag, for sure. And I believe if we want to really pivot and we can make this a place of truth, I'm down to do that. I ain't running from nobody. I'm pretty sure I know A1 ain't scared of nobody. like like this is the space for that. Like when December was saying connect the dots, I wasn't thinking about no money. I was thinking about the dots that really need to be connected. So I was seeing like how everything really comes together and pivots and weaves together to where we can all really create a different type of energy. Pivoting back to that, we got a very different type of energy here, and we can keep building on it and building on it and pushing it in a different way. Like Petey said, it's one big family, and we can push it into a big direction. And if we want to talk about whatever we want to talk about, like prepare for the future, and if we want to pivot and like say it's a community project, I don't know if developers gonna want to say that in the future if we take it the way we trying to take it, because we can make this thing very real.
I mean, my goal is to be shadow banned. They shadow ban the people that really be talking about, and connecting the dots that really need connecting. And Didi talked about, finding a different way for us all to get together and communicate, because they like to shadow ban and shut down the people who really are intuitive and know what they're talking about, because they don't want that message to spread. They don't want more people to listen and wake up and see the things that everybody else not seeing. I mean, do I really want to be shadow banned? No. But I know, just like you, we all be connecting dots and seeing things that the average person don't see because they so lost in the matrix. And I really hate that because, they put it in our faces and we just don't see it, refuse to see it, or acknowledge it. And I just want more people to see it and get from under the thumb of them.
Yeah, now pivoting back to what Teague was saying and pivoting off what you were saying, do I really want to be shadow banned? No, I don't want to be Alex Jones. But I also want to build something different into the future. And I'm a very, very, very big proponent and I guess believing in reincarnation, so to speak, just based off
Facts.
conversations I've had with people, even conversations I had with my ex-wife. She said she's seen me before. So you ain't taking nothing from me I can't get back. Life is temporary anyway. So if I can come down here and speak some truth, that's really what I plan to do. The money is just a catalyst once we get it.
I agree. I think that, us having the money and the finances will free us up because we don't have to, depend on them for the things that we need. We can cultivate our own food and, have a big enough piece of land to take care of ourselves, our families, and the people that we care about. Build our own communities, make our own media, spread
Yeah.
our own word, things like that. It's harder for you to do when you don't have the money to do it because it takes money in this world to do those things. But when you depending on that 9 to 5, they do crazy things to shut us down. So if you still depending on that 9 to 5 and they following you and they watching you and they putting a bug here and there for you to lose your job, you can't move and do what you need to do if you still depending on them in those ways. So, we gotta be mindful and be careful with the things that we say and do. But like I said, at the end of the day, my job is to be shadow banned. I know that's in a sense, my thing is to be shadow banned because I want to say the things that people are not aware of, or the things that other people are just afraid to say because they don't want to be shadow banned. They don't want to be watched. Do I want those things for myself personally? No, but I know that, but I know that part of my reason for being here is for me to speak up and say and do the things that other people are afraid to do
Yeah.
as much as it may hurt
Piggyback.
myself.
I'm gonna piggyback off you once again. To me, crypto is just a vehicle. Every money is like a tool. We trying to get the money so we can change stuff. Like I said, Jim. I mean, I said, hey, God got his people. The devil got his people. What side you on? I want the money for a different reason. Money
Exactly.
was cool. I can't take that with me. But if I can change a couple people's lives or put them in position, that's why I give so much because I believe in the butterfly effect. The things you do, you don't know how it's gonna affect the person. You really do it the next time. Like I said, last bull run, I got the money. I start handing out $100 bills because I don't know what this homeless man. If he wants some drugs, let him get some drugs. But if he gonna really change his life, let that be his decision. And you don't know what that's gonna do in the future. I'm trying to really like change the world with to the little degree that I can, because it's big. But shadow ban me, I don't give a damn. Cause the way I grew up, everybody that my dad, everybody my daddy introduced me to, so that they was if anybody was talking some real shit, they killed them anyway. So you ain't gonna
Yep.
scare me with that. Like
My
I said, it was really just a crypto thing, but we could make it different.
exactly. And see, the this life is only temporary. So and even if you don't reincarnate, to me that means that you accomplish your goal on this earth. My goal is to make it to that next level, but not only make it for myself, but create a space and give as much of myself to the people who are still in this realm for them to make it to that next space. And if they don't make it to that next place, at least they gain enough knowledge from me and the people that I have around me for them to be able to open up their minds when they do reincarnate and elevate themselves. And like you said, I like that statement that you made about handing homeless people $100 bills, because that's something that I do. If somebody asks me for some money, I'm like, here. And I'll be realistic with people. I'm like, tell me what it really is that you want to go in this store and get, because I'll go and get it for you. You just asking me for $1 or two. What you want out this store? You want a 6 pack of beer? Come on. I have my vices. I like to, drink every once in a while. If what you really want is that 6 pack of beer, let's go. Come in the store and show me what you want. You want some chips? You want some food? I got some food right here in the car. I just went and got myself some food. I'll give you my food and still go in the store and give you what you want and hand you some money.
Yep, that's just how we move. That's just how we move. Trying to get it to the next level for real. But
You never know how you will touch somebody, and how you touching that person can touch somebody else. It's a catalyst.
like you were saying, I like piggybacking off you, A1. You should show up to co-host more often.
Well, I honestly work every other
I know
Saturday, but we had all those holidays, so I got a lot more Saturdays
it's a
in
lot,
with y'all.
but I was gonna piggyback off you for real, like because you really, really brought this out. Because I keep a lot of stuff compartmentalized. Like everything ain't for everybody. I'm in this crypto. I'm finna get the millions, but the millions ain't for me. I can't take it with me. I'm gonna try to change what I can change until they decide if they want to come kill me or not. Because the way I grew up, you ain't nobody if they ain't trying to come after you.
Exactly.
You another NPC if you just sitting here chilling and enjoying your life while people suffering. And if you really, really zoom out like you zoom out on a chart, it ain't what you think it is. This is just one part of the tree of life we on. I'm trying to work my way up to the Kether side of the game, but that's a whole nother story. Like I said, it's 2024. It's Virgo season. It's the age of truth, as they say. And
Cat Williams.
we ain't really come here like like I am everything I say I am, and then some more. And then just like a lot of people in this group, you are everything you more than I thought you was, and Mike and everybody else. And like I said, I think it's the great wealth transfer, and we finna take it to a whole nother level. And December gonna be like, why did I give these niggas the free reign to make this space? This, this ain't what I thought it was. But we can just work with it the way we work did it. And if Vegas is here or however we push it forward, I'm gonna still keep this going. And I know you gonna be here, and I know Mike gonna be here, or Waptoshi, or whatever he is that we like. I know we gonna keep pushing this forward and getting to that next level. Because when December could connect those dots, a whole nother type of dot went off in my head. Like we can really, really take it to the next level and get this generational wealth. We can really take it outside this solar system if you want to. There's a lot of different ways we could take it, but the crypto is just a vehicle for everybody to get to where they're trying to go.
Yeah, I think December is a lot more intuitive than he leads on, just by the caliber of man that he is and the things that he says. I think he is on the same type of time that we on, as far as connecting dots. But like I said, you can only say and do so much, especially with the presence that he has, and being our dev. He has to
Mm.
gotta move in silence, not
And
to not to make himself too much of a figure. He's already a figure, but when you become that type of figure that's being shadow banned, like Crypto Hulk, you gotta be careful, because he
now
still has his
and
agenda
dots.
to he still has that agenda to help people. And if they shut down his platform and they start shadow banning him and his material is not getting out to the masses, then he can't help people the way that he wants to.
Yep. Now you connecting dots because I've I've been thought, and sometimes people don't even know what their purpose is to do what they're trying to do. I've been thought this was deeper than what it is. Like I've been seeing the wealth transfer. I've been seeing these patterns. I've been thinking December is deeper than what it is. That's why I don't have too much patience for people asking where he at, because this ain't what you think it is, and I ain't finna keep explaining myself. I'm glad they gave Mike all the control to ban people, because I ain't banning people for fun. I'm banning people because I don't want to hear what you talking about. This deeper than what you think it is, and if you ain't on that wave, let the people that's gonna hold the flow, and we gonna move to the next level. And why you trying to buy a Lambo We might be buying people houses. We might be making the move to. We might be building a well in a different country. You know, it's a lot of different ways we can play with this thing until it's time for us to head up out of this realm in our own type of way, for real, and just do the best we can as righteous people, as people that believe in something in some type of to really make a move down here and push it to that next level. Because I ain't never met a black man named December.
It's crazy because I don't know. I like you said earlier, it was like it was crazy that he was named December, and I be seeing certain stuff, and it just like you said, it connect dots for me because I be saying December, and usually, I've been watching December for quite a while, like a lot of us have, but for some reason now, anytime I see the word December, it just whatever it is, I have to look into it and see if it, connects a dot for me. Because for me, the first thing that comes to my mind when I see December is December, not the month, but the person.
I'm
So
I'm gonna pivot back real quick because, like I said, the way that them dots be connecting, I didn't pick Ventura or empathetic. That came off a web generated Wu Tang name generator. And but I'm really empathetic and I can really feel people. So when I used to watch his videos, I would be like, that guy different. Like even before Vegas Inu, like he moved. It's something about him that's different.
I agree. I
He
mean,
oh, he on project. I'm rocking with it because something is different.
it's his energy for one, and then if you think about it, I'm definitely into the numbers. Um, And every time I listen to that video from Ice Cube, and I'm like, why he give out that man whole government name, December DeMarco Douglas? But now that I'm thinking about it, like in this very moment, I'm like, okay, all his first, middle, and last name starts with the letter D. D is the fourth letter in the alphabet. That's 444.
Remember my dream?
Exactly, 444. That's crazy. And like I said, I literally just thought about that.
I connected that dot. Hey, Essence, what's going on? Hey, Essence, you in here? Let me hold $5.
Well, y'all, you guys got real deep tonight. You guys bring up a lot of things that I think, and I am reserved a lot of times. Like like it's a lot of dots I connect, and it's you know, but I'm gonna let y'all have the floor and say what y'all want to say, and I'm just rooting from the sidelines, like yeah, say that, say that. But yeah, it's interesting, and I do like what VE was hitting on tonight about the win people, the win this, the win that. I don't know how to say this in the nicest way. I hope y'all have some grace and mercy for me
Yeah,
for what
William.
I'm about
Always,
to say,
always.
but I am a believer in this project, and I really appreciate this group. You know what I'm saying? But I do not have time to coddle grown people to make them feel good about what they decide to put their money in. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have lives. I have to grind it out and hustle every day, deal with all types of stresses to where it impacts my health. Like I had to take a little seat back, to make sure I'm taking care of me because we deal with a lot on a daily basis. And it's a lot to be focused. And I'm not going to use my energy to coddle no grown person that's crying. Like I'm a woman, I'm not about to coddle no man saying win this, win that. Either you believe in a project or sell and keep it moving. Cause
Exactly.
we on a mission. We doing real things over here. We don't got time for that. But let me take a breath.
I can hear the emotion in your voice, and I just want to piggyback
You
off of
guys can have the
something.
floor.
I just want to piggyback off of something that you and B were saying. Like, dang, I lost my train of thought.
Let me
But
pick
y'all
back.
were definitely hitting on
Here.
some points. Y'all
I'm
can
a,
step in whenever y'all want to, but I'm feeling everything. Like A1, you bringing up the aliens and stuff. I follow that too. I watch all the alien documentaries. I stay hip to the news. I do have to have a filter when it comes to news though, because I do have to care about my health. And a lot of the news is noise. to transfer wealth, to make you scared to get out of your positions, to make you scared to
Mm-hmm.
invest, to make you scared to change your life. A lot of it is fear tactics. So I do ignore a lot of it. I keep aware, I keep my ears to what's going on. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, some of it is just noise.
Yep.
Because if it was that easy, everybody would be rich. So of course they're gonna keep putting out stuff like, oh, don't do this. This is gonna fail in 10 years. Don't invest. This is a rug. Like Bitcoin is a scam. You're not gonna be able to use crypto in 15 years. I mean, I hear what they saying, but why you think they saying it? I'd rather
Right.
take my chances on being a winner. Like, so sometimes I can't listen to all the noise. Sometimes I gotta tune certain things out and filter.
And that brought back up my thought that I was having.
But
B
y'all
was
were really
saying,
hitting on some good points, and I'm so proud of y'all. And I'm so blessed to have been able to come across this group. And VE said some real stuff. He connected the dots, like he really connected the dots on this group. Like it's just amazing to see that and hear what like newcomers coming into the project, what they see. It's just so fascinating to know that you guys see that. Like it's just amazing to me. I just feel so blessed because I think this is way bigger than crypto. This is spiritual. We weren't brought here together for nothing.
mhm.
Like this means something. And this group is special to me. And I know we're gonna make it to the other side. We're gonna win.
Exactly.
But yeah, that can y'all hear me?
No. No, I'm just.
That mean nah, that mean you can that mean you can hear me. But that brought up something that
PD,
Essence
what's so
pointed out.
funny?
But that brought out something that Essence said that B also said. We it's kind of hard to have these thoughts and not speak on them, but it's
PD, what's so
also
funny?
hard. It's
I'm
also
about to mute
hard to.
my mic, y'all, so somebody else can speak.
Got you.
Y'all can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. But it's also hard to have these thoughts and speak on them because most people can't even begin to comprehend or fathom the type of subjects that we dive into at times. Even I can't, because I'm just like it's. I guess it's crazy for me because it's outside of the norm, and it's not a conversation that
Oh my.
you can have with a lot of people. Go ahead.
Now I was just gonna say, who you telling, man? I'll be talking to Mike. He be like, "Hey, when you get married again?" I said, "Boy, if you knew what type of time I was on, boy, I don't have no time for that. Yeah, I'm on a different type of time." I say that for the people that got time for that because I understand energy and what you putting it into and how you moving it. And I was gonna pivot
Hmm.
back to something you said. And by the way, ain't nothing wrong being married. I'm just saying, like, this is more of a. It's a lot of levels I can't talk about on here. It's just a whole nother different level that's probably inappropriate. But I was gonna pivot back to what you were saying earlier about like I forgot to touch on that point when you was talking about aliens and they were like, is that true? Is that not true? Blah blah blah. Like I was like, yeah. Remember I was telling you I popped out my body and all this stuff. Well,
Hmm.
fast forwarding. I done seen and my dad he not even on this type of time and he done seen reptilians and aliens and all type of stuff before, but that's a whole other subject. Like my family really be tapped in, even the ones that ain't so tapped in. So you can't tell me nothing to make me doubt myself, because everybody in my family is on some type of different type of wave of time to where we done seen something way outside the norm and got the chill bumps and seen stuff out the corner of the eye and you turn and they still there. Like different type of time to where you gotta explain this to me, sir. As Mike say, this ain't what you think it is, and that's why I go so deep to connect the dots the way we do. And when we got on this conversation, I'm like, oh yeah, we can talk, we can take it to another level because I'm right there. I'm waiting for like minded people to be right there with me and tap into what we really need to tap into, crypto, non crypto, every which way we can take it for real. Cause Essence was said about the fear. I don't believe nothing until you ain't finna make me scared of nothing. To all the stuff I done seen. that ain't in the physical. You ain't it ain't much on TV I'm gonna pay attention to. Only thing I'm scared of is if you say it's probably 30 degrees or 10 or 15 or something like that. I'm scared of that as a black person. But other than that, I watch the weather. That's about it. I don't watch nothing else. Like it ain't much you can really push into my spirit right now to make me doubt myself because I know what I done seen and what I done been through, and I done connected these dots, and I know where I'm trying to go. And if things don't unfold the way I think they're gonna unfold, boo hoo. I know we're gonna keep getting many opportunities to go into a different type of realm of what we're trying to do and get to where we're trying to go. But we gonna get there because this group ain't what you think for real.
I think these types of conversations that we're having right now is what will set us apart from any other group. And like you said, it's none related to crypto, but a lot of it does have some relation. I think these types of conversations that we're having right now is what will set.
Oh, you good, A1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wasn't talking. There was some background noise.
Okay, I heard myself echoing, but yeah, I was just saying, I think this will set us apart.
I think I missed some of what you guys said because I didn't know for a second.
I wasn't talking. There was some background noise.
Yeah, for a second, I didn't know y'all were talking.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
hold up,
this
y'all. Hold
will.
up. I'm gonna mute
I think
everybody.
I missed.
Hey, I gotta mute everybody real quick. I think we might have tapped into a different frequency because I'm hearing a lot of different echoes, and I'm hearing my voice twice, three, four, five different times. So I think we even got to the shadow band side of the game. The AI really ain't for the people. It's really to predict patterns and the patterns that they want out there and the patterns that they don't. I'm gonna unmute everybody, but if they get on the Alex Jones side of the game, we can just start it up until we get enough money to build our own servers. But they be yeah, this thing was tripping out. Like A1 said she heard the echoes, and then I heard the echoes. I got some stories for y'all, man. Phone's been tapped before. I know how that go. But not my phones, but I know some people who phones been tapped before. Let me just say that. So hey, can't talk about everything to a degree. But I'm gonna mute everybody and we could try to re not have no echoes, please, if you could. Gary Gensler. All right.
Yeah, I definitely heard that double, triple feedback.
Yeah. I mean, if they ever they know where I stay, man. If y'all want to come have a conversation, just come talk to me. You could probably buy some
Better grab you a bag of it.
Vegas. But yeah. It was kind of hard. It was weird. It was like how you start you connect the phone to a phone and you hear that echo and it keeps loud. It was like that. I don't know what I do know what that was about, but it seemed back to normal now.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Yeah, we know what it is. But we've been dragging this out, man. We can start this up next week. I don't want to hold y'all in here for 5 hours. Like we've been in here for a minute. We've been in here for a minute. We can get back to it at another time if y'all want. I don't want to hold y'all too long because we can get deeper and deeper. And best believe it's gonna be some events that's gonna happen this week and the week after that and the week after that. So we're gonna always have something to talk about. We're gonna always have something to connect, and we're gonna always be waiting for. I ain't gonna say we always gonna be waiting for. We're gonna let December do the work he trying to do, and we gonna get to it when we can get to it for real. So hey, and we did have PD up here. I don't know if you want to talk. We didn't give him too much chance to talk, but if you got something to say, PD, you can say that. If y'all want to keep, I don't mind keep going if y'all want to keep going, but I know we've been on here for a long time, so yeah, I want to wrap it up and we can get back to it next week. That's cool too. I'm gonna take that as y'all want to wrap it up. So I guess we can just start that transition. Oh, hold up. We got Petey real quick. What's going on, Pete? Mr. Pete.
Mm, Yeah, man. I'm just proud of you guys, man. You guys came from far places, man. Um, we all faced challenges before the crypto things came, and then we opened our eyes. And once we got into crypto, and we started opening our eyes, it made us give us a broader view, uh, even politically. You start seeing how people lie and they put fake shit out on the news. And now, once you get past all that FUD where they're lying, man,
Yeah.
it's cake work. You know,
Light work.
we're setting ourselves up for greatness, and for us to get there, we must do what we've been doing. I mean, we all have problems and situations that happen, but like you said, VE, the show still goes on.
Exactly.
Time don't stop for no man.
Nope.
So what we gonna do? We're gonna keep pushing because we're gonna change things for future generations.
Exactly. That's really how I be living. When I be burning them tokens, I be like, D, I'm not burning these tokens for me. I'm not even burning them for y'all. I'm burning them for the people that's gonna be buying in when they're like, damn, how Vegas get down to a million supply? Like it's almost like the foresight. I don't know if it's crazy or not, but I look at it like that. Like if everything keep going the way we doing it, if we got the gym way we got, if we do get the supply down, or however we do it, or however we push it forward. Remember, I say life is like a bar. If you're gonna do something, do it for multiple reasons. Yeah, we burning tokens, but we also helping out the people that might come behind us when this supply get to where it's trying to get, where I think it might get to when Vegas can be worth $1 or however it end up being. But you gotta have the foresight to see it that way, and we connecting them dots and we getting it there. And I really, really appreciate you in this space. I know your mind is a gem with the way you play with it, and you can see the patterns. And I had a question to ask you, but I might ask you in private because that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. It's something totally not connected. It was about Solana. And I was trying to see something. It don't even make sense. It was just trying to see if a dot I connected added up. It ain't even that important. But yeah, we just gonna keep it moving and we can pivot. Like I
I
said,
think, yeah, bro. I think to your question, to just give you that answer, I think yes, sir. I think that was done on purpose. I think that was done on purpose, and I'm glad I bought where I bought at. I still ain't sold none of it, but yeah, I thought that was done on purpose. Come on, man. Gary Gensler was sitting, talking to that man. That man was giving money to both sides of the Republican. They was sending that shit over to Ukraine,
mm,
money laundering that shit back. Come on, man. This ain't the first episode.
them dots.
Everything that's going on, it's not the first episode. Like the money they got pulled back today out of the market and yesterday was because US sent airstrikes over there because they were supposedly messing with our stuff that we was having imported and exported out of there.
Them dots be
You know what I'm saying? And of course, that's a economic macro thing that will come out of the market regardless. So um, it's playing right where we want it though. For the Bitcoin halving, it's playing the way we want it. Right now, I think it's doing pretty damn good. It pretty much dipped its 10 to 15% already, the whole market.
yep.
So it done did it a few times. Matter of fact, I think it's working on a second one. But it's still higher lows
Man,
from the actual chart. It's still higher lows.
them dots be
So it's like it's maintaining.
them dots be connecting sometimes. I know I can connect the dots, but I really be wishing I had your brain sometime, but not in a like not in a like creepy type of way like they've been doing. And and I see how you think and you be on point. And I'm just glad that them dots be connecting and I ain't crazy that I think I am.
Right. Yeah. I'm hoping that December takes Mars swap up with that deal, man. They're they're launching projects right off of Shibarium. You know what I'm saying? That's an excellent way for us to get in there.
Easy.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I threw it out there. He hasn't responded back to that yet, but maybe have to be something that I'm gonna have to, talk to him some more about and shit. Cause man, there's just so many different ways we could take this project, but I'm gonna be honest, man. I believe, like, just like you said, you don't. Hey, man, I took out my 401k, just to secure my home spot on that motherfucker. So
For real.
I knew I didn't want to take nothing out of the equity in the houses, so
Mm-mm.
that's money that I could pay back as a loan. So when everything transfers from projects to projects and Vic gets his shine, you know what I'm saying? I look to capitalize and I also look to you know, have more in the project. Now we'll be able to fund fund games and all kinds of stuff um without with December, but being able to be like bring something to him like, look, we got documents, we got this, we got that. This is what we're working on. You know what I'm saying? Now he has no other choice but to be like, well, damn, that was okay, cool. He can either integrate it or it could be another branch of what Vid is. You know what I'm saying? It's a community project, regardless. Even though we know who the dev is and who's the dev, you know, he's not giving up on us. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving up on him, man. I mean, I've been around for too long.
Yeah, for real.
I'm on the phone, baby.
We didn't seen these patterns so many times. Like, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I would welcome some FUD so I can build my bag up because I ain't looking at the timetable they looking at, and I ain't looking at the outcome they looking for. We're gonna really change some stuff with this one. We're gonna like last bull run. I was trying to get some assets for real. And the only reason why I cashed out was to get some assets. And if things would have went right when in the real world, you can pivot this crypto to the real world, and we can really build these groups up and get to where we're trying to connect. Like you talking about with the trucking and stuff. If my deal would have went through the way I was trying to go through, I would have been sitting on 200,000 liquid from the real world on top of what I cashed out, and then I would have been able to put it right back with a cash out refinance. But things didn't work out that way. But it's part of college. Got crypto college, got real estate college, and all of it in. At the end of the day, it's not for gluttony. It's for the whole point is to be free. For me, my whole point is win talk shit. I want to be able to have so much money that you can't shut me up unless you come try to shut me up, so I can talk about what I really want to talk about and make the moves I really want to make, and we can take things the way we really want to take it and really connect those dots and do whatever we got to do until I guess to create a cause us home, so to speak. Like I told you, I was down. Like I know our grandpas passed in between each other. It was real close. A lot of people, even like a lot of stuff had happened in December, but I didn't look at death because of the way I think, and being outside my body before, I didn't look at death the way that it was looking. Like I was like, yeah, it's sad you miss people, but yeah, I wouldn't welcome nobody to stay down here in this bullshit. If we gonna really try to change some shit, let's try to really change it and push it forward, and those that get to graduate and go on to wherever they go, that's cool too. I welcome y'all to leave this realm while you can. Hope you make it past the Van Allen's belt and don't have to drop back down and reincarnate again. But until then, we just gonna be building up on all sides of the coin and getting back to where we can go and getting to where we can really get to it. Cause like you say, we got something special, and I'm glad you connected the dot that we be connecting those dots. So I'm not as crazy as it seems. But yeah, we can really, really, really get to it and push it forward. But we've been on here for a minute, man. I really appreciate you. And if you got something else to say, oh please add it in. But I don't want to hold y'all up for real. I ain't got nowhere to go.
Oh, man. I ain't got nowhere to go, bro. So, I'm here. Um, yeah. I mean, the picture is a lot bigger, man.
Bigger.
You see the things that they're doing and it affects crypto, you know. There's 1 in a million chance that you're gonna find that crypto that's going to skyrocket to make your life the way it needs to be. To be honest with you, the way we're doing it, you know what I'm saying, is the way you're supposed to do it. Have
Exactly.
you a couple bags of ISO tokens? Have you a couple bags of your meme coins, your blue chips, and you hold on them. And if you don't need them anytime soon, you don't need the capital from them. You know what I'm saying? And you know you could do at least another 2 years or 3 years of employment. Hey man, do what you gotta do. But
Now
you know,
you're getting on that
go
wave.
ahead. Man.
Hey, hey, Pop, let me crash out here for a minute and stack these positions. And if I meet some people along the way, we can change some things. And if we really get the money we trying to come get, it's gonna change for everybody around me, especially the righteous ones. So we gonna really
Well,
get for real.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I know my family. I love my family, man. But I'm gonna say this too. Motherfuckers gonna be looking out for a handout. I ain't giving out shit, man. I give you a job. Straight up, I worked my ass off and I did it. And if you want to know how I did it, I have no problem telling you how I did it. Because I'll take you to the water. It's up to you to fucking drink that shit. People scared, man. Look, before before I put that money in to Dogecoin, bro, before that, man, I'm
Hmm.
talking about I didn't believe in it. I didn't believe in it. When I seen the gains, my mind altered right away. Right away. It wasn't everything else that I was doing in the streets with with kids and everything else. I was doing it wrong, bro. I was doing it all wrong. And then it just changed. As
Clicked.
soon as I seen it, I was like, I don't have to sell drugs. I don't have to do nothing wrong. This is my way. I just have to do what I've been reading this whole time is buy and hold.
Mm. And
You know,
that's another
the money will go ahead.
dot I connected because I knew people that was on that side of the game, and I learned when they used to, I guess, sell drugs or do their crimes or they whatever they did. I knew some people. Me myself, I kind of I'm scary, so I ain't get into all that. But I knew people that was, and I was like, at the same time you was doing that, how much was Nike stock? And they connected that dot, and they was like, "Damn, the game been in front of us the whole time. You ain't have to do all that because you ain't got the money you thought you would have had doing that. But if you would have invested some of it, or if you would have just got a job and did things the normal hard way and learned how to trade, learned the little dots that we can't see, you could have really made it out in a different way too,
Yeah, I agree.
big time." And I say Nike because back then a lot of the people I knew Nike. People gonna show up with the J's on and all that, blah blah blah. And I was like, y'all been big on this. People gonna spend their money. People gonna splurge and whatnot. And I said, when you was doing what you was doing, how much was Nike stock, bro? He was like, Nike stock was about, and I know I'm a young dude, but I always hung around much older folks, much older because I need that wisdom. He said when I was doing what I was doing, Nike stock was about $2.42. I said, dang, so
Mm,
you tell me if you just bought a little bit of that every day with the money you was making, Nike at the peak before all this COVID stuff happened was at $177. And that's just on the before crypto side of the game. But that's what it's for, to try to give people to get that foresight to really leave behind the normal way of thinking to see these patterns
yep,
so we can really pivot.
I
And
agree 100%.
that's what I picked up off when you said that. Like we can really pivot and make it different. And we in here now. And this is the time, like you say, you was picking up not sheep. When you was picking up Solana when it was real low. I'm looking at VIT. I'm looking at VIT like it's $1 Solana. I'm looking at VIT like it's a 50 cent Solana. I'm looking at it like a lot of things, man. And we can really get in those positions to change things the way we're trying to change it.
You're right. You're right. I
Accumulate.
mean, there's a like I read a lot of Warren Buffett. I mean, I would listen to a lot of audiobook, and the key thing is just buying and holding. If it's something that you truly believe in, you know, you usually buy into the things that you see on a normal so stocks you would go if you have General Electric stove and fridge, you'll end up putting some money into shit like
I hear
that.
you.
But I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I've been doing stocks for so long, and to be honest, I feel better trading my stocks than trading my crypto.
For real.
And I trade crypto on the weekends all the time, man. But I just feel better with it's an easier trade with stocks than it is with crypto.
Yeah, you know it ain't gonna move too
You
much.
know, but
Old
the money,
style.
woo,
It's going out of style for they tokenize it all.
yeah, you're right. That's why they keep saying the gaming part is going to be very big. This
Crazy.
one, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, I think NFTs are going to come back, but it's going to be after the crypto, and I believe VIT will see its prime time in December next year or this year, and that's just me being honest with you.
Yeah.
Um, just the chart, the not just the chart, but the tokenomics and all of that. I mean, we are a unit. It's brought a family together, but crypto as a whole has, man, had introduced me to a lot of different folks that I've never met, but you know what I'm saying? I rock with. You know, everybody in this community I rock with. Everybody that's in Volt I rock with. Everybody that I have talked to in Sheep, I've rock I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I pick and choose my people that I rock with. I get a lot of information because people always tend to get in these spaces and talk about their projects, and it's either their projects or Bitcoin. But there's not too many community projects where it's like the space of a whole. So I'll give you an example. So like when you look at the Mexican culture, because I'm half Mexican, and you look at the culture, but inside that culture, Mexicans and Puerto Ricans really don't even really get along. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
you could say, oh, that's the Latin community. And yeah, they stand strong. But inside there's division in there. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with all cultures. That
mm,
goes with all cultures. But what crypto does, it brings everybody together. It doesn't matter where you from, what you believe in, what you like, who you don't like. Don't nobody give a shit. We all here for the same damn reason.
exactly.
So that's what makes crypto a good thing. Because I'm gonna tell you now, we're all in other projects.
For sure.
We are pre-game. So we all know that pre-game gonna dump some cash in that motherfucker once we blow up on them other ones.
Oh yeah.
We already know. So the price is gonna definitely move. And you know the movement with the reflections on those prices.
Big time.
Come on, man. It's gonna be really fun. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it's just we're gonna be able to take some of that, put it in the BNB, wait for that market to hit the ground again, and we're gonna do it all over again. We know what we doing now. We've been here before.
B probably.
Now I eat, bro. Straight up, no bullshit, man. I eat
Real.
good.
And I was gonna say that was
I
another
learned this
dot.
shit after all these years, man. I eat good, man.
That was another dot because my first reflection token that when I was telling y'all about with the colors and whatever, it was a reflection token. So I gotta get
Mm-hmm.
how do you reflect
Mm-hmm.
yo. And that other one, the Evergrow, that was a reflection token. So when them dots connected, you can see where it's finna go. People like, well, we ain't on this, why we ain't on that? But BNB ain't even where it was at when everything was billion real quick.
You know, when everybody
Bruh.
was
They have
bro.
no idea. Like BNB is nowhere near where it was, man.
Every time I bought into a project, it went to a billion in a day or two, if not instantly. One of them went there instantly. Like it launched and went to a billion.
Hey, bro, I, you ain't lying, man. Straight up, dude. I was like, when it,
It was crazy.
I ain't sell none of it, but the trading bag. But I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, that shit went up there quick. I was like, damn. That first reflection, I was like, damn, shit.
Crazy.
It was crazy as bat shit. And yeah, everybody else was like, man, I'm getting like 1 million. And I'm like, oh man, I'm getting a lot of
Yeah.
damn. I ain't gonna say shit, you know. I'm getting a lot. But, we hold the ground, man. And whoever's committed is going to be the ones. Cause I'm gonna tell you now, if you here and you still holding from pre-sale, I'm gonna tell you this. When the money I drop in there, Mint drop in there,
Hmm.
A1 drop in there from all these other projects, think about it. That motherfucker gonna move.
Gonna move.
Once it move, think about it. We know where nowhere it ain't going nowhere else but where we set that flow at. We know that. That's what
And
I'm saying.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I know we gotta switch it up a little bit. We gonna hold, we gonna hold. But guarantee you, the Jeeps ain't getting the flow this time when we run again. That's all I can say. So if you see any fluctuations, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It ain't no insider trade type shit. I know it'll move them fools around. Let's just say that they won't be able to get back in at the price they think they finna get back in at. You ain't finna control this supply.
This ain't even like, don't get me wrong, man. Like when you come into this and you been here for so many years, bro, you
Easy.
think of all your great projects that you've been in, and you like, man, I'm that Vit is the baby, but you also have other kids. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
I know y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I got I got thousands in the fucking vote. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Like
Shoot.
I got my love projects, Sheba, I got Paul Zone. Like these are projects that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? I got, as y'all know, I hold Chainlink. You know what I'm saying?
I'm scared of what your chain link bag look like. If your Solana bag,
Man,
what I think it look like.
man, man. Don't worry, my brother, man. When we all get to the promised land, it ain't gonna matter if you know or not, man. We all gonna be sitting there. I wouldn't even mind. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? We've been here for a long time, V. We've
People,
been here for a minute, man. We've been rocking in them shows for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Essence, you know what I'm saying? Sam, uh, whenever we find Flamingo, we ain't seen or heard from Flamingo in a grip. But yeah, what is Sonny? You remember Sonny? I ain't seen Sonny in a minute either.
mm,
But these people are in the background. Sonny is probably a multi-millionaire right now, dude. As I said, this ground ain't going nowhere because you got to remember everything gets passed down to the baby, bro.
yep.
Everything gets passed down to the baby. We gotta. I got my junior and my second and my bottom bit. It all just
Couple
got
newborn
to trickle down, bro.
in which
So it's gonna happen. We all gonna get there. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. If y'all don't get there,
I'm
y'all gonna get pretty fucking close.
gonna ask you because I wasn't aware last time because when I was trading and making all the money, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So when BNB, I don't know if you got the information on this or not, but when BNB surged up the way it did last time, was that because everything was trickling down?
I can look it up right now.
Because I felt like I had 4 leaf clovers on my body. I don't know, man. Everything, every time you put some money in something, it went on the BNB chain, and everything that was sitting there for months went once it hit that 500-600 mark. I'm talking about kaboom, kaboom. I'm talking about like I was like, bro, what's going on? Should I quit my job?
What's the price of BNB right now?
Crazy.
Is it like three something? What's it like three something right now? BNB.
Yeah, I think it's like a 307.
Hi, Father, love you. Love you too, baby. I'll be back for well, no, never mind. Okay. See you, love you. All right, so let me check this out. Damn, why didn't I just go to what you call market cap? Y'all go ahead and chat, man. I got it. I'm gonna look this up right now. I can get y'all the straight she's need right now. All right, it's at 302 right now. So to be honest, until I see a true pattern start, I'm saying, see, what I need to do is get this over on my chart. What you call it number. Well, what I'm thinking, if it doesn't have a bounce right now to the north side, we're looking back down to, or at least looking to test that 291 level with BNB. And then, I mean, I would figure that would probably be another, what's today, Monday? No, I mean, it was today Friday or Saturday. So you figure it's somewhere, sometime around like Wednesday or Thursday. That's what I'm thinking. We'll probably touch that again. I'm looking at all three times that we came down on BNB. That's exactly what I'm seeing. It looks like that's a strong floor, that 291 area.
Mm.
What's the lowest that it went down to? Didn't it hit like 279? But it jumped right back up.
Um, all right, so I got it on a monthly. 296 seems like it might have been the lowest. Yeah, we got 293 in January 7th. I mean, if you was looking to get it back, shit, you should have got it 259 back in December
Mm.
20th, 250 on December 19th. So, okay, so this is the thing is that I have with BNB. It's a different, it's, I'm not going to say it's not going to grow. To me, I feel like the highest BNB will probably ever go. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, man. My focus ain't on BNB. You know what I'm saying? If, like I said, I bought a lot of Solana, so that blockchain is what I'm I'm rocking with it. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't own anything else in that blockchain. Nothing else in Solana. It's too new. All those projects are too new. You don't know which ones are rugs or not. I'm not touching those with a 10-foot pole. I'm feel comfortable at the 950 I bought Solana. So I'm good with that.
I don't blame you.
Wait,
Um,
$9.50?
yeah. But see, the thing is, nobody recognized how that whole thing with Gary Gensler and the FTX, and then how the DOJ and all that came in there like that. It was like they wanted Solana. There was no way Solana went from the price it went all the way down to $9.05. Look, we all in the private stock market game, we all bought Bitcoin at 1650, 16,500 and something.
Mm.
So we was already calling. Now I didn't buy that much of it, but I'm just saying we was already, you know, we was all like when Ethereum was like $800. Well, I use my Ethereum to buy my side plays. I'm not really worried about Ethereum because I can technically, if I really wanted Ethereum right now, just one of my vet bags can buy me like three of them. So I'm not worried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? We could just. That's what I said. We good, y'all. We good, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Last last year in January 6th. Last year, January 6th. That's when we put out on the private stock market game to start buying. And that's when we all start buying.
Mm. That's the Facebook group, right?
Yep,
Damn,
yep.
man.
That's, matter of fact, matter of fact, I think I still got the picture of it in my phone of me posting it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But that at that time I was like, everybody was like, "Oh, it's dying, it's dying." And I'm like, "There's no way it's dying, man. There's no way." Until I see Bitcoin go back down to $3,000, there's no way. There's no way. And then when I started going through all the researches that um, I was doing with Ethereum plays, it was just like, there's no way this shit is going anywhere. Matter of fact, the world should be running on this operating system anyway. That's why I was like, Ethereum's gonna be here. Now you owning a full Ethereum in 15 years, yeah, it's gonna be hard as shit to own that. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? But it's always going to be the token that will benefit because of all the plays that it has in its blockchain. You see what I'm saying? There's too many. There's its ecosystem is so big. It's just Cardano's got a big ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Now Solana has a big ecosystem. That's what I said. This was all set for the government to do this shit. I think SBF or whatever the fuck his name is, he was a goat, a guinea pig. It was a sacrifice. And there's a lot of sacrifices that you guys don't realize that happen in generations. And war brings so much money into the economy, you know?
Not y'all don't realize, most people,
Mm.
because I definitely see it.
I just want y'all to realize when I speak, man, it's just, yeah, I want y'all to know it goes multiple ways of how I think of it. Like my dad, he's not really big into the crypto thing, but it's more like he's really big into the conspiracy thing, with the government and politics and all of that. He's big in that. So, I just added two to two together, and then it just seemed like every time something happened, of course, it affected the markets. Then I started putting more and more together. Like people started running to Bitcoin, saying like, damn, these banks, it's time for us to start controlling our own assets. For real. I'd rather hold tokens of my shares in stocks than I do uh, have them on the exchanges. Use them what they're meant for. You buy shit off of them. That's it. And you take it off. Oh. But that's my rant, you guys.
I got you. I've been in the background uploading referral codes and the links to the merch store. But we just about to wrap up. I'm pretty sure. I know everybody tired. My eye getting heavy. My eye
Yeah.
been on here for a minute, but it's been some crazy nice conversations, and I'm got more ammunition for next. Nah, not ammunition. No, everybody is about guns. We got a lot of things to talk about next week for sure. I ain't gonna even drag this on. I don't care if y'all got nothing else to talk about or not. It's over with. Going to sleep. Nah, I ain't going to sleep, but oh, I'm getting tired. I know y'all tired, so yeah. Vent.
You cut out, man.
Let's go. Which community? Which one? Which community? You know. Which community? Vegas. Which community? You know. Which community? Yeah. Which community? Which community you know got an essence? Love vibes always giving blessings. Sandbags always truth telling. Yeah. Which community you know stay A1 MJ like a day one? Josh keeping G's on point. Yeah. Which community you know still tipping? Mike Jones still raid whipping. Go run them on a mission. Yeah. Which community you know got a bit toast? Keep the TG jumping like a Yosh, none other than DeMarco. Yeah.
If you ask which, I'ma tell him this. I'ma tell him Vic. It's gon' make you witch. Ain't no need to flip. Yeah, just sit back and hold. It's gon' turn to gold. So hot we on the road. I got diamond hands, boy. Yeah, you already know. This is how it goes. We rockin' with the Marco, aka this stock go. Bagging it up with vote. Got all my dogs on the boat. Everything else is turn to ghost. You looking at new prodigy. Shout out to Satoshi. Shout out to Big Toshi. Shout out to Boat Toshi. Shout out the whole community. The G said they got immunity, but it ain't nothing new to me. I can give in to the foolery.
Which community? Which community? Which community? Which community? Which community? Which community?
Communication plus unity makes community. Fighting off the mutiny. No disunity. This your opportunity. Join the Vegas baby. Telegram is live. Take a peek inside. You enjoy the vibes. I'm with it for the long haul. We gon' all ball. I love all y'all. 1,000x me. Thick into the grand scheme. It's a crypto dream. Chips busting out the scene.
Let's go. Which community? Which community? Which community? Which community? Which community? Which community? Man, nobody got time for all that, man. Time to go sleep. Nah, I appreciate y'all for real. Hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. We didn't really got to it tonight, so I'm gonna wind this down. I don't want to keep nobody no much longer. I really appreciate everybody. A1, Beyonder, T, Cole, Mike, Jones, Danya, Baby Brown, Twin. I appreciate all y'all. We're gonna go and wind it down. Get to it next week. Love y'all. One. Let's go.
Big Vegas off the leash, it's VIT. HighRollers holding charge, same energy. Bolted up with them dragons, VDSC. I got them batteries in the back and in front of me. My whole team holding current like VE. But if you add gas, we got that spark to match. Burning up the change, I got them both supposed to match. On both exchange when it's changing back to back.
Same energy, folded up, look what they did to me. Sparking like I got the remedy. Hop up in VDSC and shoot up all the enemies. Throwing up deuces while we in the trilogy. V3, got my dragon in 3D. Millie rocking with VE. I don't think that they can see me. Oh, the thing is down for DD. I know that we make it look easy. Burning it down on the VC. If you didn't know, I'm talking about the change. Deflationary, that's a super play. Hobby, I'm a super saiyan. If you faded now, you a stupid man. Cause the bull run coming like Superman.
Keep that same energy. Better tread lightly in front of me. Dragons ready like Game of Thrones. Better keep you a bag of bones. Breathing bound the blockchain. Things will be hot like octane. They just left me unchanged like the Django. Told you before, let the throne go. Quit me now, Griselda the Blanco. Cause I'm pushing crypto. Beating on my chest like a bongo. Call me Daenerys, Targaryen. Cause I'm coming harder than any man. Stay down for the come up, Vegas Inu on the way up. Sit back and sit, cause we about to rip. Come along for the ride, generation of time. Better grab you a bag of bit. Bull run in, coming and we got them running to their friends or they at it again. But touch you the king, high roller the rook. It's just what it look. This one for the books, better grab you a bag of
Sometimes it's
bit.
hard looking at the chart. Got your emotions very low. Just like a game, just gotta maintain everything goes in a circle. To playing with your brain, and I know it's insane, but it's just really how it goes. Been through the rain, if you stay down, I guarantee you're gonna know.
Looking at the Fibonacci retracement. Vegas Inu is where I'm placing all my bets. Man, I love you, Jets. I'm in Jeeps, cause the Jeeps just jetting. Leaving behind all the reflections. Better follow the style. Go, he can teach you a lesson. Gotta stay down for the come up. Never give up. Run your back up. That's how you beat the recession. Stay down for the come up. Vegas Inu on the way up. Sit back and sit, cause we about to rip. Come along for the ride. Generation of time. Better grab you a bag of bit. Bull run in, coming and we got them running to their friends or they at it again. But touch you the king, high roller the rook. It's just what it look. This one for the books. Better grab you a bag of bit.
Know sometimes it's hard looking at the chart. Got your emotions very low. Just like a game, just gotta maintain everything goes in a circle. To playing with your brain, and I know it's insane, but it's just really how it goes. Even through the rain, if you stay down, I guarantee you're gonna know. Okay, the G's making me mad. Stupid trick can't hold your bag. Need to stop holding on to your past. Type of stuff that makes me laugh. Don't mess around and fall me your last. Jumping into some ish too fast. Slow it down, wait a second, bring it over the bit so you can make some real cash. I know you're sick and tired of steady throwing your money into a nasty old trash can. Better grab all 3 dogs if you want your win so you can bring them racks in. I know every single time you make a pick, you throwing 100, you crash dummy, that's your last dance. Grab a bag quick, cause a bull run is here. This gonna be your last chance.
Stay down for the come up, Vegas Inu on the way up. Sit back and sit, cause we about to rip. Come along for the ride, generation of time. Better grab you a bag of bit. Bull run in, coming and we got them running to their friends or they at it again. But touch you the king, high roller the rook. It's just what it look. This one for the books. Better grab you a bag of
Sometimes
bit.
it's hard looking at the chart. Got your emotions very low. Just like a game, just gotta maintain everything goes in a circle. To playing with your brain, and I know it's insane, but it's just really how it goes. Even through the rain, if you stay down, I guarantee you're gonna know.
Come and run with the K-Nuts, hold it down on the front lines. They play checkers while we play chess. Take your time, learn how to invest so you don't feel the loss in your chest. We respect the game, but we came to claim. So get out the seat, they wanted mid-defeat. Go ahead and bow, we the king now. Vegas Inu is home, taking over the throne. Stay down for the come up, Vegas Inu on the way up. Sit back and sit, cause we about to rip. Come along for the ride, generation of time. Better grab you a bag of bit. Bull run in, coming and we got them running to their friends or they at it again. But touch you the king, high roller the rook. It's just what it look. This one for the books, better grab you a bag of bit.
Hey, I hope you're doing really good. But I still think about you a lot. Call me sometime, okay? Anyways.
So hey, where you at, boy?
Appreciate it, appreciate it, I appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, I appreciate it, you know. Appreciate it, appreciate it, I appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, for sure. HighRollers, high stakes, VE, Vin, C, cement, the feet on 10, down to earth, my toes, my hands, don't fold, my bank, don't fold, it's in crypto, that octane, that blockchain, my mind, with my homies, same business, same energy, no gas for phonies, stand up, my community, which one, you know, VR, that Vegas, the one with the Vitos, I appreciate it, all opportunities, all unity, all Oh wow, high roller with the big dogs now. Love eyes always hold me down. Got the OGS's on me now. FGs, man, they can't count. A1 all over the sound. Car boss, the city little clowns. Big king, boy, where's my crown? Big things for the ones around. I appreciate it, most deaf. Here waiting on the crypto checks. Yes, waiting on the shit that's next. Vegas Inu, that's big flex. Appreciate it, appreciate it, I appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, I appreciate it, you know. Appreciate it, appreciate it, I appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, for sure. I'm a Vegas baby on me. I got chips in my pocket jeans. Ayy, all it takes is a team. Yeah, shout out to the homie DD. Ayy, it's all in the charts and they don't lie. Hold them real tight or it's gon' fly. I know it's down, we can go back up in no time. So I'm working real hard for that moolah. I'm a high roller for real. 1.6 mil is a steal. Every time December speak, I get chill. About to send Vegas send you to $1 bill. Yeah, 2% of reflection on taxes. Robbing all G's feeling like Batman. New meme coin created by a black man. Okay, I hope that you got your bags packed in.
Alright, y'all. You know we bullish on Vegas Inu. You had to know. Them HighRollers with me. Shout out to Dev DD. Hey, 5 million nets on G. Hey, grab a bag, pull up you a seat. Try to dump this coin, now we laughing. Eating dips up like we Pac-Man. Get the G down with my backhand. All-time high chart peaking like a mountain. Flex support down like a fountain. Just getting started, you know that we bouncing. Sure you wanna miss out on the chance?
I'm a Vegas baby on me. I got chips in my pocket jeans. Ayy, all it takes is a team. Yeah, shout out to the homie DD. Ayy.
Y'all still calling the man DD. It's Vatoshi now, it's official. Vegas babies in the building. Bullish chart that's on me. Grab a bag and come and see. Them reflections like ooh, we pull up Dex tools, you gon' see. We push it to the top. HighRollers, we don't stop. Right now we oversold. Grab a bag, it could be gold. Diamond hands know what you hold. We bullish and we bold. Won't stop to 1 bill MC. Once non-believers, now they believe.
I'm a Vegas baby on me. I got chips in my pocket jeans. Ayy, all it takes is a team. Yeah, shout out to the homie DD. Ayy.
Vegas Inu from the feet up, on 10 toes for the token. We moving with much motion, searing, flaming, burning, no token. See, we don't blow no smoke, ain't telling no dreams, don't hold no jokes. In this deck, boys, all laces, know your hand. I'm all in big faces and unexplained. You see me come again, green candles up like bruh man. From Martin, that's a throwback. Like this past from Bertocci, bring the scope back. You know that.
I'm a Vegas baby on me. I got chips in my pocket jeans. Ayy, all it takes is a team. Yeah, shout out to the homie DD.